niile kwado ihe ọma niile ọ na-eme ka anyị wee nwere onwe anyị. Nnamdi Kanu biko gaba n'iru na anyị ekweghị n'azụ. Ọ dịghị ihe mmadụ pụrụ ime ka ọ kwụsị Biafra. Onye ọbụla pụta, ndị jọ niile pụta, ndị urobo pụta o ka anyị nwere n'onwe anyị. Ndị dibịa pụta, ndị doma niile pụta o nọrọ n'ofu.
This is Radio Biafra also Service 2 coming to you from the platform of Radio Biafra London under the leadership of one and only Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Ohamadike, one of Biafra land. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only incorruptible leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, is the director of Radio Biafra and her television, the commander of the armies of Biafra and the greatest man living on this planet Earth. And this broadcast is coming to you from me, a servant of the Most High, a servant of the indigenous people of Biafra, the firstborn of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and a proud disciple of our leader in the person of Nwa Chineke. Today is the 10th day of the 12th month in Gregorian calendar 2023. Being the D-Day, we plan for this interview with our lawyer, our barrister, Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and Barrister is here with us. We will be kicking off the interview. We encourage everyone to join us right now and be part of it. If you have any question or anything disturbing you, you are free. You can join us via the Zoom. The link, the password and the ID is already out there. When it's time to open up, then you can as well ask your question, because we are heading towards the 15th day of this month, which is the day the Supreme Court will do the ruling over our leader's case. Without not wasting time, I will go straight to bring in our guest, which is Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Barrister, I don't know if you can hear me. Biafrans are here as well.
Pleasure being with you.
Barrister, can you hear me?
Very well, I'm hearing you clearly, very clear.
Loud and clear. All right, Barrister, you can introduce yourself. Tell Biafrans, first of all, introduce yourself to Biafrans before we proceed.
Good afternoon, my brother, Machineke. It's a pleasure. You cannot see me. Okay, let me. Good afternoon, my brother. Machineke. It's a pleasure being on your platform once again. I remember last time I was in this platform was on November last year. So, also, good afternoon, dear friends. Today is Sunday. Happy Sunday to all of us. It's a pleasure being having me on this program, and I believe it to be an insightful one and educating and revealing. Thank you all, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Barrister, for coming. Exactly, that is 1 year. I hosted you here on Radio Biafra. That was on 14th of November. And as usual, we are here to do the needful. Barrister, we have all some number of times to handle this program. I would like us to go straight to the event by bringing out some questions to you. And I would like you to handle this question, because a lot of people are the one that have been sending all this question, and they would like to know. Let me throw the first question to you. First and foremost, we read about your update sometimes in the past that Onyendu, our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, was taken to hospital the other month. And there is a medical investigation on him, and you equally complain about the delay in making and finding some available things. The question now is this: what is the position of his medical investigation and the present state of Onyendu medical status? And also, two questions in one. The person you are going to see, Obuko Onyendu, Obuko Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I always ask this question because sometimes AI is in progress now. So that is the first question. How is this medical strength, and is he Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? You have the mic, Barrister.
Okay, thank you. First of all, before I proceed, I want to use this medium once again to confirm to Biafrans that the person visiting Onyendu Mazinarika is the person, Onyendu Mazinarika, so it hasn't been talked up. So I can confirm that to Biafrans at this point in time. Now, it will also be important for us to have kind of an background information about how we got to where we are today in regards to his health issue. Of course, we are all aware that there is a suspicion order made by Federal High Court directing that 3 persons must at all times visit Mazinam on designated dates, which is Mondays and Thursdays. So these persons also include his medical doctors of his choice. So attempt was made by his personal medical doctor that was last year to see him, and he was denied access to Mazinam. So which eventually culminated to several correspondence between us and the SSS, requesting them to respect the order of the court by allowing his medical doctors access to him. Because we're not going to rely on medical investigation being conducted by in-house medical doctors of the SSS. So we want a second opinion. So pushing to which we went to court under the able leadership of Professor Michael Zekome, who is the lead counsel. So we went to court to apply for court to give effect to order he made. So directing SSS to allow him access to access to medical doctors of his choice. So that order was the matter also proceeded to full hearing because the SSS also filed their respective they filed their response to our application. And in the end, judgment was delivered last year, October this year, precisely. So, and the court granted all the reliefs to such, which are allowing Mazinam access to his medical doctors for an independent medical investigation, and for investigation to be conducted not within the facility of SSS, but this time outside the facility of SSS. So, and they are only going to observe in that circumstance during the process, not to make any form of contribution whatsoever as it proceeds. So we proceed from there, and the medical doctors. However, the family siblings were notified about this development, that they should also make available assist Onyendu, as Onyendu directed them to also bring his doctors to come and see him. So week passed, months passed without any success. So, and the directive also, as contained also in the other under reference, is that any doctor visiting Mazinam Bikano, his personal doctor, must be introduced by his counsel, led by Professor Michael Zekome, or my humble self. So when the message was passed across to them to bring these doctors to come and visit Mazinam Bikano in line with the order of the court, they brought them and refused to make their names and identities available to us. So, and the SSL refused them access to Mazinam Bikano because there was partial compliance, non-compliance with the order of the court, which required that his lawyers must introduce persons coming to see him. And so, particularly the doctors. So, and on account of this delay, Nnamdi Kanu never met with doctors for weeks, only 2 months, before the intervention of his non-amiable wife, Excellency Lolo Chishi Okukano, so who also has to intervene at that point in time in view of that deadlock. So, and also recommended one of the best doctors in town, who promptly visited him along with us, and also prefer far-reaching medical solutions, kind of investigation to be conducted within their facility, and that was promptly followed up. So, he visited the hospital along with me for more than 5 to 7 times. So, usually we don't make it public on the day of visit or any place is going. We don't make it public. At the end of the investigation, we usually update to Muchineke as to what has happened, the medical investigation he has underwent. So, at the end of this process, the doctors also requested from the in-house medical doctors of the SSS, that they should oblige us, in line with the judgment of the court, oblige us his comprehensive medical report, detailing what has been done to him. The medical examination has so far been conducted before they are coming in, the reports and also medical solution, medications that have been administered so far. And this medical report was not given to us at the time they made this request. So as time progresses, we start having issue with them before they reluctantly made this medical report available. And in that case, it wasn't complete. So then his doctors proceeded to conduct their own test in line with the professional demands. So, this test and medical investigation was comprehensively conducted. At the end of the day, they also came out with far-reaching recommendations, and also which includes further medical investigation, in view of the fact that the medical reports requested from the SSS were not given to them, that they need him to undergo comprehensive medical examination. So, and also they recommended some drugs and every other thing, which I may not be able to mention at this point. So, those far-reaching medical investigations to be conducted didn't take place immediately, because one thing about we and the SSS, when recommendations is made, you write them, notify them, it takes weeks before they will start doing those parts. They're complying. So, or probably calling them out before they will start complying. So the later medical investigation was conducted. I was about a month ago. So, and I was in any of this process exercise. I used to be part of it, because he insisted I must always be available to ensure, to witness and see what was being done. So we visited about 2 different medical facilities where this examination took place. Though they told me when I asked questions then, that some of these results has to be taken overseas, and it will take about 2 weeks before it will be ready and made available to him. However, when it became obvious to me that this is not coming out as we expected, or as I was told, so I issued a statement. That was a statement I issued last week. So, and part of the concerns I raised in that statement was the delay in making these findings available to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, so I can also undergo the recommendations contained therein. So probably for 8 hours after raising that concerns, I got a call from his doctors that the medical reports is available. So, and that communication has also been filed before the SSS. So any moment from now, we'll be meeting with him to discuss the findings and other solutions available. And probably after that meeting, I also make available, also inform the world and also Muchineke the extent of what we have done and what is being discussed, or what solutions agreed upon. So as far as the medical issues concerned, so this is where we are now as regards to his medical condition. Hopefully I will see him any moment from this time. So I will not be able to mention date and time. So as soon as I finish meeting with him, I'll make it available to the world about the outcome of that meeting. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Barrister. Thank you for that clarification, which means his medical health condition is improving. It's not maybe deteriorating as it was before. I think that is what I will get from there. But he still needs more attention medically. I don't know if I'm right.
Okay.
Exactly. All right. Okay. Let's take another question, Barrister. Barrister, I hope you can hear me.
I'm hearing you very loud and clear.
All right. All right. Okay. Let's come to the D-Day now regarding the issue. On 15th of this month, which is the Supreme Court ruling. We know that you have passed through tough time, and a lot of things has happened in defending our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the IPOB. This is your right as a legal practitioner in Nigeria, but we understand what is behind it. What is the expectation? What is the expectation? What is the expectation will it be regarding that day on the judgment? What do you, by the Biafrans, what are we going to see? What do you think is what we are going to, what is our expectation on that day?
Okay, thank you. It's very unfortunate that we operate a system where people are asking questions of this nation. We operate a system where people are begging an arm of government to respect court orders and also to do the needful. It's important at this point in time to make this clear. Though I've repeatedly said it in some of my press releases and interviews granted to mainstream media in Nigeria. But I wish I would speak in a very low manner so people understand what I'm saying. As very unfortunate as it is, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case is first of its kind in this country, where a court of superior jurisdiction, in this case, Court of Appeal, Intermediate Court of Records, delivered a judgment and directed for a citizen to be released unconditionally, one, for there to be no further trial on any form of indictment concerning that citizen, for there to be no further detention concerning that citizen. Then the government went on appeal. Without going into the merit or otherwise of the appeal, this has never happened before since the history of my practice as a lawyer in this country. As a matter of fact, there's no legal jurisprudence, there's no legal decision, there's no deciding authority that authorizes a state to appeal, to file appeal of this nation. Because the law is right and clear. When a citizen who is being prosecuted or who is being prosecuted on a criminal matter is discharged in the circumstance in which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was discharged, amounting to acquittal, the person will naturally, assuming the person was in court on the day the pronouncement was made by the court, walk free from that court without being interrupted, intercepted, or arrested by anybody, straight to his house. This is the system. This is how it operates. I've never seen where a court will say we decide that someone has no case to answer, or someone is discharged and acquitted, then the person, a government prosecuting, will appeal, and on top of that, continue to detain the person. It hasn't happened. Now, a charge was brought against him before the Federal High Court. On application led by Professor Michael Zeko's team, the court struck out 8-count charge out of the 15-count charge. Unsatisfied with many counts, an appeal was filed against the remaining 7-count charge. Federal government responded. The appeal was argued on the merits, and the court upheld our appeal and consequently struck out the remaining 7-count charge. The court did not only struck out the remaining count charge, the court discharged Nnamdi Kanu of any further indictment. Even after striking out that 7-count charge, the court proceeded to rule to direct the federal government to release him unconditionally. The court further proceeded to direct the federal government not to entertain, not to file any charge or indictment against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in any court in Nigeria. Ordinarily, what's expected in the circumstance is for the federal government to comply with the order of the court without further ado. But it's important for me to also mention that when this was going on, when that judgment was delivered, federal government take two far-reaching steps to circumvent the judgment delivered by the Court of Appeal. One, on that day the judgment was delivered, being 13th of October 2022, the federal government went to State Court, Federal High Court, and filed a fresh charge against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And when this fresh charge was filed against him, it was given to the press to announce in their usual manner, and it was widely published. We are not served with this charge. Now, two, they filed an application to stay execution of judgment delivered by the Court of Appeal. So, on the following day, when the matter was slated for report of the outcome of the proceeding before the Court of Appeal, the following week, we went to court. Then the court was also giving the judgment of the Court of Appeal that said, you should not be tried before any court. You should not be further detained. It should be released unconditionally. Then the court said, I don't have jurisdiction to entertain the charge. Okay, let us have the charge. They didn't serve us the charge. And the court consequently struck out that fresh charge they filed against him. That is number one. Number two, they filed an application to stay the execution of the judgment of the Court of Appeal. And I've mentioned it here. I've said it in several forums. I've also said it in various Nigerian media houses. That there's no legal authority, both statutory laws or case laws, that authorize the staying the execution of a judgment that's discharged and in the circumstance of that judgment acquitted a citizen of crimes indictment against him. This an application to stay the execution of the judgment was purely predicated on civil provisions of the Court of Appeal rules. Civil provisions of the Court of Appeal rules. No criminal provision, because what we are talking about is criminal proceedings before the Court of Appeal. And court sitting by presided over by a different panel this time around, granted this unprecedented order, staying the execution of the judgment of the Court of Appeal. We then proceeded. The appeal against the judgment of the Court of Appeal. Then the court, on a different panel, now before a different panel, the court granted the order, staying the execution of the Court of Appeal. Now, when this was done, the federal government went to sleep. They practically abandoned the appeal before the Supreme Court. They didn't file the appellate brief within the time specified by the same court. That court that granted order had a time limit within which the federal government is to file the appellate brief and transmit record. They didn't file the appellate brief. As a matter of fact, the transmission of records to Supreme Court was done at our own prompting, because they abandoned everything and left. Because what their intention is to keep Nnamdi Kanu in perpetuity, special distinction before the NSSS. The compilation of the record of the Court of Appeal to Supreme Court was done at our own prompting. They didn't file appellate brief within the time stated in the ruling delivered by the Court of Appeal. It took our application to get that appeal dismissed. Before they can even attempt to file an appellate brief. And when this appellate brief was filed, they hid it from us, they didn't serve us, we didn't even know about it. It was when we are following up on a day to hear this application for the dismissal of that appeal that it was brought our attention that they filed appellate brief so and so period of time and weekly applied for certified true copy. In fact, as a matter of fact, as sounds today before judgment being coming up next week, our government didn't serve us the appellate brief the first file. They didn't serve us that process because we got it via an application for certified true copy to the Ministry of the Supreme Court before we were able to be given a copy of what they filed. And we responded. All this we articulated in process before the Supreme Court, and was exhaustively argued by Professor Michael Sekome during the address. So, when the matter came up for hearing, we have a lot of applications, so many applications before the Supreme Court. One for transfer to a correctional center pending determination of the appeal. 2, bail. 3, for medical for doctors to see him. So this application, in line with the extant rules of the court and practice, we are all disposed of. Then, and also an application for extension of time to file their appellate, which they file out of time, and also an application to regularize what they filed. So on that day, they also came up with another application, which was served on us a day before the date set for the hearing. What's this application about? Application to amend their grounds of appeal, and also to deem the grounds of appeal amended as properly filed and start. When we look at this application before the court, let us seek Michael Zekom also. After we put our heads together, we understand that the essence of what they are doing is to buy time. It's to buy time, because there was no difference between what they filed before and what they're asking the court to amend for that, or what they're seeking court to amend. It's just to buy time. And we said, no problem. Go on. We're not opposing. Go on. We're not opposing the application. So we can be able to put in our response, amend our response to accommodate what them, to reflect our direct response to what they filed. So that was done, and the matter was adjourned for hearing. On the date he came up for hearing, they told the court that they were unable to respond to our reply brief, despite the fact that they have sufficient time to do that. Even while coming to court, they came with a draft copy of what they have. Let us say Professor Michael Zekome urged the court allow them a standard to enable them filing to file what they have in court. They said, no, even if a standard is granted, they cannot be able to file all this process. They want to time. So the matter was adjourned for definite hearing. Unfortunately, the matter came up. It was to come up for definite hearing. The court was on vacation. Before it was subsequently adjourned to October 5th for hearing. And as God may have it, it has been heard, awaiting judgment. So what I'm trying to say in effect is that in a system where there is respect for rule of law, where rule of law reigns supreme, I don't think we have any business before the Supreme Court in the first place, whatsoever. I don't think the federal government have any business going to Supreme Court to challenge the decision of the Court of Appeal without reason as in Nambikano. So these are concurrent findings from Federal High Court to Court of Appeal, and it's then valid. Judgment of the Court of Appeal is a unanimous judgment by the three judges of the Court of Appeal. Unanimous judgment delivered by three justices that sat on the matter. I know how difficult it is to obtain it. A judgment first of all delivered by Federal High Court, also upheld and further full judgment delivered by full panel of judges of the Court of Appeal. So what we are urging the federal government and the Supreme Court to do is simple. We are there on law. Appeal has been filed. Decision be given on law. We don't want any form of political influence or the other. And I believe most strongly that the Supreme Court will do justice to the judgment of judgment coming up on Friday next week. My expectation, I don't think I've lost confidence in judiciary. I don't think so. Some people are insinuating the otherwise, but I don't think so. Because if I've lost confidence in judiciary, I don't think that I'll sponsor a child, my first child, who's reading law today in university. I won't ask her to go and read law. I'll ask her to go and read other courses. But I believe I have some hope and some confidence in the panel that sat on this matter, and I believe that justice will be served. Nnamdi Kanu today is being detained unconditionally, unconstitutionally, illegally, and in gross violation of his extant rights as contained in the Constitution. So I don't think that my legal justice of the Supreme Court will look other way when the law speak otherwise. I have so much confidence in them, and I believe that justice will serve come 15th of December 2023. And I want to urge every one of us to remain steadfast and calm, believing that justice will be served. Nnamdi Kanu has suffered. He has been tortured emotionally and otherwise. Today, I don't want to go into sentiment, because if I say the same Ejiofor is saying, because if Nnamdi Kanu is from the north, this will not be happening. If it's from the south, this thing will not be happening. We have seen cases where someone was arrested in another state, another country, and upon the assumption of office by the president of this country today, 2 months after, he was released. And today he's agitating for Yoruba nation. Today he's agitating for that. He has been released. So if I say that, I may not be faulted if I'm to say that Nnamdi Kanu is being detained today because an Igbo man. Simple. I don't want to whip us, but that has to be said. I may not be faulted to say that he's being detained, being tortured, being kept in the worst form, being exposed to all forms of human degradation where he's being detained, because of course of an evil man, I may not be faulted. Because the facts are there. So what I'm urging the federal government, what I'm urging the judiciary, I don't want to believe that the executive will have influence over the judgment of 15th of December. I don't want to believe that. I want to believe most strongly that my confidence on the judiciary and my knowledge of the Supreme Court remain unshaken and strong. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, Barrister. Thank you, Barrister. Let me ask you this question also regarding your experiences so far, and what you have passing through, and presently, do you have any visible threat? Is there any threat since all these things have going on, and the experience you have experienced regarding the threats? Do you have anything to tell us, mostly on threat, threatening your life? Are you free? Are you free like other lawyers, practicing your field in the zoo in Nigeria?
Thank you, my brother. I believe this is a very important platform, and a veritable platform too, indeed, to state, to give a chronology of my participation and involvement in this case so far. So, Biafrans who have been asking me questions, please, we need you to give us account of your involvement in the case, how far you have gone, how do you come into this case. First of all, I want your friend to know this part, because I'm going to be kind of more detailed and comprehensive in my analysis, because I don't think I've been able to say this thing before or formally in any public forum, but it's important for how we started, an overview of how we started to be given facts. Why? Because I'm involved, and how I got involved, and how far I've gone since then. To that end, I want to state that I came into this matter in 2015. 2015 was when I came into this matter. And I was not consulted. I was not consulted immediately. Nnamdi Kanu was arrested from Lagos. Arrested in Lagos and brought to Abuja. I was not consulted. But usually I have a practice then, that the practice has also remained regular. That before, at the end of every vacation, annual vacation, I usually conduct proceedings by going to prison or the police to get some people who have been unlawfully detained, and also handle their matter and get them out without collecting 1 naira or the other. So I have this person they call Samuel White. He was detained at the first CID Abuja here for almost 8 years. So during such visit, I met him, and he gave me accounts of what happened, told me the facts of his case and how they kept him here. They brought him from Kefi, detain him at the Kefi police headquarters before bringing him back to CID here. So I immediately contacted the people who are handling the matter, and also they refused to grant him bail. So I filed an application before Abuja High Court here for his fundamental right enforcement. Then he was upon being served with process file in his court in Abuja High Court, the police transferred him immediately to Kefi prison and slang him with charge that borders on kidnapping, armed robbery, and all whatnot, because police know how to fabricate and come up with frivolous charges once they want to detain someone. So I followed them to Kefi, where that charge was filed, and because then they already transferred him. Upon the filing of the charge, they transferred him back to Kefi, and he was detained at the Kefi prison. So I followed them. I filed an application to challenge the competency of the child and everything. So the application was hard. On the day judgment was delivered, I was in court personally to listen to at least to take the judgment along with two of my staff. Judgment was delivered, and Samuel White was released. That is the short and long story of it. Before I leave the court, he came to me That paper is still with me today because in the course of time I'll do a note on this case because of time. Those that are meant to be known by the public actually. So he gave me a scribbled out something. Someone wrote something and gave him, and the guy is from Plateau State. His name is Balafutu. Balafutu told him to ask me that he dreamt in the night before they came to court that first of all he will be released on that morning. Two, that I'm the one to bring him out. And I asked my junior that came along with me. I said, let us go to see this guy. They said he saw his stomach. I said, no, let's go and see him. So they now followed me to the prison, where I was there waiting for my turn to be called upon to come and see him. I saw persons who are members of IPOB. They told me about what happened in Wuse 2, where Onyenduma Zinanikano when he was brought to court, and how police arrested over 120 persons that came from southeast, from the east, to show solidarity with him. And many of them were detained in prison custody there, Kefi, and some women among them were detained elsewhere. So then I said, please, can I help you? I said, why? Well, I don't know for our people. I said, don't worry, I've been doing it for other people. Don't worry, I'm going to get involved. So in the course of that discussion, they called me to come and see Balafutu. I left them. So I got to, after meeting with Balafutu, I left. Balafutu has been detained, was detained in prison for 13 years without trial. So, but he has been, of course, he has been released for the past almost 3 years ago. He has gone. He has decided to he left. I'm done with the case, actually. So I also did it pro bono. So I was unable to exchange numbers with these guys, and I left. So on my way, I was like, I was unable to get this guy's number. How can I contact them? Well, I need to go back to prison to get this information. So we were just discussing this, approaching AYA in Abuja here. My phone rang. Because when you want to visit someone in prison custody, you need to give them your particulars, your name, your phone numbers, and all. So when this guy came out, they looked for my phone numbers and got it and called me. I said, hey, thank God. People should proceed to my office immediately. Let's do something about this. So the long and short story was that 2 days after, I appeared for these persons. In a chat number CR132/2015 between Commissioner of Police versus Abo Moses and 120 others. That's the name of the case. So 120 others means that those that were affected by being detained were 120 persons. So Biafrans. They brought them on a 2 Black Maria vehicles. So that morning, so I was in court. Their case was mentioned. My submission lasted for 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours case maybe. So for the matter to be struck out and for them to be discharged and struck out. So, and the person appearing for the police responded. The court rules for about 30 minutes to come back and deliver relief. There, the court discharged them and struck out the charge, and all of them left. I never collected 1 naira from anybody on this. Then, when out of course, with relation and all whatnot, I left my office. Mazi Onyendukano's in-law also came to my office to thank me and some other persons. Thank me for what happened. So I was there when his phone rang in my office. Then he now said, Ejiofor, hold on. I said, who is the person? I say, Mazi's wife want to speak with me. That's Lord Uche Shukano, Excellency. So I said, okay, let me talk. I can remember what he said. He said, Barrister, how are you? I said, fine. I said, Madam, good morning, good afternoon. So after saying those things, he said, Barrister, I want to tell you something. I said, what happened? He said, Barrister, I want to tell you, good afternoon, I want to tell you today that you are the one who's going to bring out my husband from detention. You are going to get involved in this case. I said, which case? He said, the main case before the Federal High Court. You are the one to bring out my husband from detention. Move in now and bring him out. I look at the in-law. I said, okay, madam, no problem. I will do my best. Then, before proceeding, actually, I had told my client, told Onyeduma to warn his brothers to never to mention my name on a platform before now. Now, as I speak to you now, I said, because any day they will mention my name in platforms, I'll mention their names. So to tell them to desist from mentioning my names in any social media platforms, because I know they are creating a lot of problems for me. I know what they are doing against me at my back, and I've been telling him all those facts. So, but I wouldn't want a situation whereby any of them will mention my name on any social media platform. I told him to tell them to warn them to stay away from me. So, then I've not, for the first time, met with Nnamdi Kanu. I've not seen him. I've not even been in that court. I don't told the father-in-law, what are we going to do now? I said, I've not seen this charge because I need to see the charge to file an appeal for his bail. So he will rush to the court, get a copy of the charge, and brought to me. So I prepared an application for his bail, very well digital application for his bail. As soon as I got involved in this case, Kingsley started sponsoring all forms of defamatory publications against me, threats of all kinds. He also released my phone number on radios. People were calling, threatening me, tagging me. They tagged me, sabotage, and I have come to poison Nnamdi.
Barrister, sorry. Barrister, sorry. If I may direct a bit, this one you are saying involving Kingsley, is it 2015 when you when Onyendu was first arrested in Lagos?
Yes.
Was it then or this present one? Then
I'm giving you. I started from the beginning for you to understand the prejudice I've suffered so far in this case. I'm just giving clear account of what I've suffered.
All right, go
and where I am to where we are today.
Go ahead. I just
want
to.
That was 2015. So he released my numbers on Radio Biafra and those some other places. People were calling me on phone, threatening that I'm going to kill me, that I'm saboteur. I told Madam at some point, I said no, that I am tired. Even now, people were expressing concern. That I said, Ejiofor, leave this case. So nobody will kill you. I said, I don't know. But Madam was insisting. They also went as far as sponsoring publication before Nigerian print medias, calling Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu's names, unprintable names, on social media, that this and that. And it took her personally written letters, 1, 2, power of attorney, for me to be involved. 2, before she can even publish anything on radio, on social, on print medias, they demanded from her that she indemnify them against what she's publishing, what they are publishing, and she signed them. So, and that letter, those letters, and the handwritten letter she wrote, she insisted that she wants me or the father-in-law to show it to her husband. Any day she's coming to court, he's coming to court. That once her husband sees that letter, that the rest will be story. And that was what happened. That was really what happened. Because at the time we are talking about this now, the then lawyer who was involved in the matter, and also the siblings, we are telling the world that Nnamdi Kanu was perfectly well, that is doing well, being well fed and all whatnot. When unknown to them that Nnamdi Kanu was bleeding from the nose at the point he was detained at the SS custody. Was bleeding at the point he was detained at the SS custody. So, and he was able to see him once, only once. The lawyer and the brother was able to see him once. But you come out and tell the world that he was doing well, that he's doing well fed, drinking good water, and sleeping well and waking up well. So, but I don't want to go into that. So, and eventually we came into this matter. When Onyendu saw the letter, the handwritten letter from the wife, then I asked me in court, are you Ejiofor? I said, yes, Ejiofor. Look at me and said, Ejiofor, go there, you're part of this case. Call the other person, you don't call him. And that's when the entire problem started. That was when the entire problem started. Because me, my hands are clean. I don't know if you are doing anything at my back, I don't know. I don't want to know, depending on what you have in mind. I don't want to know. I don't care to know. So we got involved, and I discovered that this case is not a case we can go on without involving a senior advocate. I contacted my uncle, who is the seasoned senior advocate, Chief Chukwuma SN. I said, come and join us and lead us in this case. Because a lot of interest at stake, a lot of people are interested, and let's have an Iroko that will lead us. Chukwuma SN flew on from Aba to join us. It was on his application in court. And interestingly, on the day this application was about to be made by Chukwuma for Nnamdi Kanu to be transferred from SS custody to prison facility, the lawyer in the matter objected when we were discussing it among the lawyers. He said, no, that he want the matter, he is there, he wants him to stay remain in this custody. I have to go to him. I went to him and said, Onyendu, please, we have an issue here. We are discussing something that will take place in court now. He said, what is that? I said, we're about to make an application for you to be transferred to prison custody instead of staying where you are. And I now stated to him the advantages of being there. He said, Ejiofor, what am I talking about? Is anybody objecting? I said, yes, your lawyer who that businessman said you will not go, that you are very comfortable. I said, Ejiofor, no. We should go on with the application. In open court. And I told she, please go on. And upon that application being made, granted, Onyenduma was transferred to prison custody. And the rest became story. Everything that was happening at his back, he came to know about it. So this I'm taking it one after that for you to understand the level of involvement, how far we have gone, and where we are as of today. Now, when the charge filed against Mazi Kanu suffered several amendments, several amendments, because when they file, of course, you know how frivolous the charges are. When they file the charge, they were on the next day. What's the object? They will amend it and bring another one. So, but I was basically, when they filed and amended last charge, then we file an objection challenging the competency of the charge, because the charge cannot be supported by the providence, what they call providence in support of the charge. They were all frivolous and unfounded charges, bogus as it may be. Then on 28 February 2017, the court ruled on application and appeal objection challenging the competence of the charge. And consequently, struck us 6 count charge out of 11 count charge, then remaining 5. Then, based on this, based on the change, the character of the charge and the case, we also filed a fresh bail application to get him out, or to get him out. So, and that application was heard by the court on the merit, and on 25th of April 2017, the court admitted him to bail. So, and we promptly ensured, because on the day he was granted bail, that would be on about or Thursday. I assured Chineke that the Kanu will be released the next 24 hours. We followed everything up. Our people came in their numbers. Whatever we needed, they provided it. Both landed documents and all whatnot, all those hard conditions we are met with. Then on Friday, he was released. So now, upon his abduction from Kenya, of course, we are aware of what happened to him, because when he was granted bail on 25th of April 2017, the court adjourned his matter to October 14th for hearing. Then, within that intervening period, when he was enjoying the bail condition, he underwent several pre-trial briefings with me. I went to his house, and also we came to my house, which of course is the public domain, and we had several discussions about the preparations towards full trial going on 11th of October. So within this intervening period, of course, you know what happened. The federal government, through their Operation Pilot House, went to kill him, because the essence of that operation was to eliminate him, not because of any other thing. They went there to kill him, and on between 10th and 14th of September 2017, and within this period of time, within that 10th and 14th, over 30 persons were killed in his premises. It's by act of providence that he was able to escape being killed, because those facts are before the public and also before the court. So now, when he was abducted in Kenya, and before his sexual admission to Nigeria, we got to know about that when he was taken to court. We were not informed. The government never informed us or notified us that our clients was being brought to court at that time. Then, when he was taken to court, it became a matter of public knowledge. The press reported it and all whatnot, and we came. So, and immediately we went to court to decide as to best approach to handle the matter. I quickly formed kind of a team of lawyers, and also set up a WhatsApp group where I included almost very prominent and learned lawyers from across Igbo land, and also I have some senior advocates there. I have some professors there. So, and I asked everybody, including those who are also in the matter now, so doing other things for him. So other legal matters for him. I asked everybody to make a contribution for, in view of the charge just filed against him, or the manner in which was abducted and brought into Nigeria, make a contribution, be feel free and make a condition. I eventually called for a meeting of lawyers in my office, and they came out. And we had a very robust discussion as to what we have to do, and that approach to be adopted to ensure that we get what we want in court. So it was even based on contribution made by Professor Odinkalo, because Odinkalo is part of this team. It was in this platform. So I wanted not to mention his name, but I don't think there's anything that will restrain me from mentioning his name. He made very robust contribution, and they introduced a very important aspect of that has to do with external edition, and also adverted attention to that. And they sent me materials and other authorities and legal authorities that were assist us. And I built our case along that one, and also dealt entirely with the frivolity of the charge and the emptiness of the charge. So and file our objection challenging the competence of this charge. So when that was served on the federal government, I also made it public then. So they didn't respond until a few days before the date slated for his arraignment. They now responded to the charge, and the court said, I would not told the court, these people filed a response to our objection a day before the day we are coming to court. We are supposed to respond by way of reply for affidavit to what they filed. So the court said no, they have to give us time to reply. On this adjourned date, they amended the charge again. So they keep on amending the charge. However, during my visit to during this period to SSS, I visited him because then a lot of course, you know what happened before that time. I'll still come to that later. So my house was invaded and my PA was killed. And however, unfortunately, that my PA that was killed, the father died early this morning. So make his soul rest in peace. I'll come to that later. So, and I went to see him and had a discussion with him. I said, first thing he mentioned to me, he said, Ejiofor, please, I want you to go to Professor Michael Zekome to tell him I want him to be part of this case, to lead this team. That was in July 2021. I went to Professor Michael Zekome, and I told him what Onyedo said. He said, Ejiofor, give me some time to think about this. That was what he said. So as we are progressing in the prior court, he kept on asking me, have I heard from him? Has he responded? He said I should give him some time. Of course, on December 2021, that was about 18 or we visited on along with my that was when we accepted the believer. So speaking about Mazinam, or even the Biafran struggle, or even IPOB as a peaceful movement.
Barrister, sorry for cutting you short. Barrister, can you hear me? Barrister, it's like your network. Barrister, can you hear me? Your network. Can you hear me, Barrister? Hello? What happened? Hold on. The network, having issue with network. Let it reconnect back. Let me reconnect back. Hello, Barrister, can you hear me?
I'm hearing you now. I can hear you now.
Okay, I think it's a network. I don't know if it is my network. It just says skip off. I just see myself off, but we are back. While you are talking, I wanted to pause you to throw this question to you to clarify. And I also want to plead if we can as well so n'Igbo maka ndị nne maka ikwu okwu ife gbasara nkịta na-akpọtụ ụmụnne onye ndu aha ịma na ihe emebigo a lot of things na n'Igbo ka amara onye bụ onye I don't know ma ọ ga-adịnwu gị possible or not going possible, we continue. Or not going possible. I continue with you, but now if it will be possible, more name mixing. Makandin, when then Anna water charm, Emmanuel Graku of Mofuma, or when then I got water charm, Mui Bagasi, Yotago. Barrister, the question I don't the question I want to throw why you are talking about what happened in 2015, how Kinsley. The USA Kagari release onion do or whatever. I want one lawyer and a Vincent to better that time. Or young about the law is it or young hand there? Somebody should be on mute, please. Hold on, let me mute somebody.
Okay, thank you. That one them the point in the men has make it that time now. Okay, when onion do was the authority can ban the matter and made the case. After I'm up that 120 persons IP members able to detain on lawful and prison custody. Welcome sim now as made your phone. But it's your phone can cham sim would you see the allomark all on low. The portal where some call one may here. If your phone no more idea from detention. No corner I won't get now. In my one iPhone I phone is enough and more. So some no more poptalia die to akosugwam see on subadro madam na subadro na ihe na emelo ndị ọzọ nke anya na nya so some kene cham some mu ba na okwu akita ka mpopta then na ewe mu na nne na office na ewe some mu sena mu di kam for charge a file maka onye ndu kam for ya kam wuke malo how to do my work so baluze wota kwa mbode ndia o those evangelist those anya so je wota ndia me prepare akwụkwọ wee etinye na court ihe na-akọwa bụ na oge ahụ mbata na that case na mkpọpụta maazị Kinsley with the number m telephone number m tinye n'ụwa niile gwa ha na m bụ onye ori na m bịara igbu na obodo na federal gọọmenti ego na nka m bịa gbuo nwanne ya I was attacked na court na 20
Ifeanyi na-eme 2015 ọ bụrụkwa nke kịta na nke 2022 23 gaa 2015
nna oge obido I was physically attacked na court. Boshana Otonye in the court. I was attacked on 23rd of December 2015 na court. Patrum soon dam can come watching it. That they can tell what's na my guys again. What's soon ye na mama ngazi. Also ni wuna maga. O mecha publication up then a song. Only am here no. Mecha publication de ebobona. Then ndi na case na ndo tele no publication nke pa na me bobona na mo bo no na mbele budie. And one day ha nwoke so the woman after sị na ha mara onye ọ bụla nwunye ha na ọ bụrụ nwunye Nnamdi ka I don't want to go into that thing. So then the point is na bụ na emechara ihe na nwunye daa akwụkwọ wenye m si m gosi ya di ụlọ ikpe na ngosi ya di n'ụlọ ikpe di ya fụ akwụkwọ odela na okwu n'ụka niile na ihe na na-akpọtụ ya di ụbọchị ejele ikpe nwunye nne wee mbata na court nọrọ so oge ahụ ọ batago mbụ onye ndo go na court that mbata senator because I have jana agwa ndị ya batara ndị mbata senator so njekwe straight and just fear njekwe keneche ura akwa ni ofra na mana 100 nwunye osimu onwunye dere ha osin ya sim omu abare si Ifeanyi Ejiofor sin yes osim do no iwe be no mo obeta ekpera tikpe so then it was the arraignment could not go on that they couldn't go on with the arraignment. I don't know what happened that day, so he left. Then okay, the second time was the IPOB meeting. That was when I called Ogempolo chief took some more my SN for 1 night working. When I John, I barely died because I told Kassan none of the matter. So say I be really died. Choose more my SN Jazia. I went meeting. Okay, I filed a good process. Then there, that was something. What even delayed that onion rip at that time? Okay, file that motion for bail. Then I may agree. Now meet Raimel with the Obetarandot here. Now that motion for bail and file can be more competent to be argued. So sit up here, I better I withdraw and can't have file. So I was here. First of all, we came on that day, yeah. webu na ekwuzi okwu maka ịkpọpụta onye ndu kọpụtago from SS custody ebe ọ because na onye ndu was not looking good. Then obeta na-agba from one end to another si na onye ndu na onye ndu n'ebe ọnọdụ mma wee si okwugide emegide argument ya n'ime court sị na ka mgbe onye ndu na-ekwu maka ya na ebe a ka nje metie nje kwesị onye ndu na ngwere ife nchọ ka njọ si nke fọ nsị na anyị na-achịkwu na-achọ ka ha kpọrọ okwu dị na prison isi ebe ị nọpụta na mana obeta na-akọwa na ebe ị nọ na na-eneghe anya ọfụma ị na-eri nri ọfụma na-aṅụ mmiri na-eke afọ na-eno ọfụma ebe a na-enyere one comfortable room ebe ị na-anọ onye ndị si what si na ihe na-enwe asị m ka onye kwure nsị obeta ọsị m Ejiofor please anyị jee move application ka kpọpụ ebe a gwa chief segon ihe abụ strọgụ ume na court n'okwu ihe na-agwa kịta ihe mere okwu court chief move the application a transfer onye to prison the rest became story ọ nọrọ dị ọgbara prison ọ mara ihe na-emele ebe a became to him because na ndị mmadụ na-abịa na-afụ ya na-agwa ya na ọ bụrụ nke ịma nsogbu enwe which is deliberate on the part of federal government and ndị mere ha koroko around it now bụ na ọ bụ na onye ndu anọghị na prison okwu nkarị na-efu une ma ndị na-atụ asị ma ndị na-ezu ori ma ndị na-eme nta na-eme igboro oko na-forge document na memorial of things we not have opportunity of doing that because ọ ya ama amanịtara na ọ ya ama but because na ebe ọ nọkịta dị restricted so ihe ọ na-anụrụ nke abịa gwa ya ihe gwara nkịta nwere ike na-agwacha okwu na nkịta Mr. Biada gwa Mr. Andima when it became obvious to them na nọ na ihe na-ekwu ọfụma ngwa gang is up so it was a full gang up by those who will be telling him the wrong thing so but I don't want to go into that for now so oge a ka emesịsịa onye ndu wee a transfer na prison custody ọnọzọ ebe a I know what good night up there amend their charge after amending charge then I severally amend the charge on 25th of April 2017 court granted bail wee sị anaba na dị kwado ikpe na bịa etiri ikpe na October 17 ụfọdụ ya bịara taa ọ bịa ka ekpe ikpe anabazie anyị na-amụ na ya na-anọ m na-eje afịa m na-eje na bịa eje afịa na-eje na ọbịgo na ọ bịara be m that time ejebefia ịsa m na ya na-akpacha nkata na ọ na-aba n'ime then I discuss all case ihe ga-eme na that date October 30 ihe na-akpọ ya pre-trial conference with a lawyer na-ekwe ikpe ọ na-abịa gị na nọ somewhere na-ekwu ya ma ọ bịa n'ọfịs ma ọ na-agụ nwaje na bịa na-agodogasị a na-akpọ ya pre-trial conference so we had it in his house also had it in my house and mbịakwa bịa ugbo na anyị conclude ka anyị si ikpe ihe anyị eme ọ nọrọ ebe a pụta gwa ndị mba ụwa gwa ndị Igbo niile na-eji ikpe na Abuja na ọ chọrọ 2 million people to follow him ihe na-agwa dị on record to tell the world na onye ndu chọrọ ka o jee court he wants to be part of that case he wants to go and defend ihe abụrụ ya na onwere ihe o mere and oge obodo a chọpụtara na onwere ihe o mere and ọ bụrụ ihe ikpe ha ewe na court achọba ha ndụ ya ihe chọ ndụ ya bụ ije na be between September 10th to 14th igbuenu ejiza na-eme operation python das imezi ihe na-abụ agbagbusia mmadụ na be gbusia ndị mmadụ ihe mere emebe ihe onye ama ndị mmadụ masị ya then Ochukwu mere ebere o ji wọdụ ndụ because na ihe achọrọ bụ ndụ ya achọrọ ka afọ edebe just like ihe ọfọ ihe na-emezi afterwards onye achọrọ igbu onye achọrọ egbuzie because obodo enwere respect for human life so Chineke wee kpọpụta ya napụta ya n'aka ndị ọjọọ mmụọ n'aka ndị ajọ mmadụ bịara igbu then o jebezi obodo jebezi Chineke maka o si megide ihe oje obodo Igbo ebe ahụ ọ nọ okwuo na ọ chọrọ ịbịa ka o defend kwa charge ya na ọ chọrọ ịbịa see is ready to come and defend the charge and portion to which the post to affidavit Israel, state of Israel, they sent to me that expressing his readiness to come and defend this charge. But not before he will come to defend this charge, that he wants the court, the judge on the matter, the judge, presiding judge, to give him a guarantee that his safety is guaranteed. Not your court where now he can be protected. Because after all, at the point he was enjoying the bail granted him, all a subject of the court. I want a court protection. Man, they actually no court granted bail. They went to him to kill him. Ordinarily, if at all they discovered at any point in time that has no do offense or committee between the time he was granted bail and the time he was enjoying the bail condition, the law says you can amend their charge. Simple. You need to genuine so all the court you go new charge. Say na nka o go na eme nka no commit to offense nke no commit to offense nke bua commit to offense nke to they okay say me everywhere man court everywhere talk say me The obviously a court or not ban I hear the Kuno offense, no offense come. I know defend the say. But to tell you na hatchero if they no offense or commit. Na hatchero go go a court. The hatchero onyas that okay will be out of the way. Let's go and eliminate him. So they now said go under the pedestal of Operation Pilot. So now when he was abducted and brought in here, I do quite easy. They keep it. First of all, I stopped at North Single Zekome, Nabia, only the system. We took Zekome from July to December. And within this period, I need a court. We are going to court. And that was the time, okay, they make a lawyer from US, and I'm Bruce Fine, who should not run that way. That was when Bruce Fine came. And before he came, he discussed with me that he's coming to see Maz. I said, good. And I told him to say, Bruce Fine is coming to see you. Because before you see him, I must know. To date. So I told him to say, so person want to see you. And he's a lawyer. So and he wants to come and see you and probably discuss with you. When you see him, go ahead as your phone and they didn't even let him come. I personally signed Bruce Fine's invitation letter and sent to him for him to come. Bruce Fine now came. When he came, I drove to airport to pick him and took him to where he stayed for those number of days before another. At the end, then at any time the matter was coming up for hearing, he used to come. He will come. Oh God doesn't. In Kobia, I went when going to see and Bruce Fine look at how they actually meant that has to do protesting to the court. Why they will not allow your lawyer to meet with you? Oh, you have a lawyer in US. He has the right to see you. So, what happened in court that day is a matter of public knowledge. Bruce Fine has been cleared from the gate of the Federal High Court. Personally brought him because I wrote his name. I wrote a letter to the judge, to the court, who approved of him to come to the court. Then Bruce Fine was cleared even when the SSS were protesting. I said no, he must come in. I picked him, I grabbed him and brought him from the gate of the court. For him to be allowed access into the bank court, they refused me access, they never access to the court. Then it became an issue. And I wanted to seek an audience with my lord. But because of the tense station of the environment I don't keep quiet. So we said we are going to formally protest to the court about what they were doing to Bruce Fine. We in that court that time. Was like, what's happening? Why did not allow access to me? Then so look at what Bruce Fine advised us to do. Now you protest to the court formally and civilly, in line with the calling of our professional demands. Then Kedafia, including Aloy Ejiofor was there too. Aloy Ejiofor and also Barrister Wazuke was there, Master Lokala was there, and other lawyers who are there with us. After discussing with Onye, the approved that we should protest to the court. And I said, okay, let me go and discuss with lawyers. All of them will sat down. We went outside and had a discussion. At the end of this discussion, I called Aloy Ejiofor, say, what is your opinion about this? Because I know why I asked him that question. What's your opinion about this? The lawyers have agreed we are going to protest to the court to express our concerns about the treatment being meted to Bruce Fine, who is only international lawyer. A lawyer said it's good. Now this is a wonderful step. Then say no, let us go and see you together. I just feel I went if I could another wonderful step. Let us take him. We went to the back again. We do that. The lawyers have discussed and look at what we are going to do. Do you approve it for? Do you approve of it for the second time? We're going to say approved. We left. We are outside the court in protest. When the court came in, I joined the matter without allowing us access to the court again. About Kobachi court. One more about the Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Aloy Ejiofor instigated people to say, "Now I collected his wig and gown and went outside." Now you were taking that application that day. No more. It was said by every person. I didn't respond to him. I didn't respond to those who are spreading that false narrative. But I went to our clients. But I was holding myself. I went to a client, and I said, look at what was being said by people. That I stole a lot of my course who can come. I didn't allow him to take the application because once take the application, this and that and all. So then see what? We see Ejiofor, don't what I said. I will tell our lawyer to refute it. That never happened because I was in court. The date I'm speaking with you, our lawyer has not refuted it. But I went here, man. Because why we need to clarify this thing, Bona. I don't know when I'll have opportunity of speaking in this platform. No, I'm not speaking. I can speak, and I don't know how soon I will speak in this platform again. And this is an obviously false narrative being peddled by people. They never happened. Just to make us clear, but I'm not going to have been opportunity to say it here. So,
okay, barrister ka ị na-ekwu ka nna atụnyegasị ụmụ okwu connect chakwara na okwu ị na-ekwu kịta maka na ọ dị mkpa dịka enwekwa onye ọkaikpe nnukwu onye ọkaikpe nke akpọtakwara mbụ Agabi ọ ga-adịkwa mma na ị na-arụta aka ka ndị kpọtara ha ka o si bịa ka ụmụ Biafra ghọta nke na-eme eme o nwekwara dịka ị kpọtụrụ Aloy Ejimakor afa m ga-achọkwa ka m tụnyekwe ajụjụ a on 9th of October o nwee ife dere na your Facebook eso Aloy Ejimakor has crossed the Rubicon. I am coming out soon. Amara m ka ihe bụ Rubicon ahụ ọ crossrụ ka ekwe n'ihe bụ soon o nwere ike ịbụ taa ka ụmụ Biafra nụcha ihe niile njọzụchi ka nchịkọta akụkọ ajụjụ a niile n'ime akụkọ anyị na-akụ ka ịkọpụcha ha ncha nke ọzọ bụkwa Bruce Fenn oge ahụ ọ bịara IPOB ọmanya ya ka onwe ndị kpọbatara ya na onwe ndị ji akafa maka ife eji na-ajụ ajụjụ a bụ maka Kingsley ịkpọrọ afa since 2015 ka ndị banyị na-aghọta onwe ndị ji akafa kpọta Bruce Fenn ọbịa tupu ife mere eme ka ọ bụ onye nduzi ya bịa ọba anyị nwa dị nchaji ụmụ ife ndị ahụ gasị m ga-achọ nnọọ ka ịchịkọta fancha n'okwu niile ị na-ekwu gaa n'iru barrister ndị nne na-ege ntị ga-esi ike ọfụma ha na-edere m ife ebe a.
Okay, one, Bruce Fine called me. I don't know him. I have not made contact with him before from US. When some people, when they on my phone actually, not to no one, and because however, before when they called me from US and said someone will call me, a lawyer from Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer will call me from US. We spoke, the person should call me, or Bruce Fine. And Bruce Fine also indicated interest about his readiness to come and see him now. You see, okay. However, of course, before I take any step, first of all, I'll discuss with Onyendo and also pass the message to the US and also so they can be on, And I told them, look at what's playing out because someone is coming to see Nnamdi. So that because anything that happens tomorrow, how am I hold responsible? So and also partly me. Then I said, okay, no problem. Since Onyendo want to see him, you should come and see him. So as I told you, I have to send an invitation letter for him to come. Almost send the right if I don't send to him. So before he was granted visa by the federal government and he came. So and he made several attempts to see Onyendo and this guy said no mafia. And in any of this occasion, I in Ghana press now even my rights television J1D01 na Onya no lawyer Nnamdi Kanu see US na high affair, right? So then the last time I hear the cameras back when Ozekome has taken lead in the case, when is now drafted and come and lead the team by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The day the matter came up in court was sometime that would be January 17th, 2022. Yeah, that was when the matter came up in court, and Ozekome was in court to lead us. So Bruce Fine also was in court, also came around then. And that time I had to go letter to the court requesting the court to approve him, to give approval for him to come inside the court or that other court. Then the court the court never responded to that letter at all. Then on the day the matter was scheduled for hearing of objection, and then Professor Michael Ozekome was in court to lead us. Bruce Fine now we must not, the matter must not go on. Listen carefully. Matter was not go on. And if I have the documents. I have everything I'm saying in writing. That with me. So the matter should not go on. That we should stay away from court again. Bruce Fine, I am no longer the lead counsel in this matter. Ozekome is now leading us. And before I would do anything in this case, I will seek his approval. And Ozekome said, he didn't come here for drama. He came here to defend Nnamdi and get him out. He doesn't want anything that will stop the proceedings of today. So, and the way I was on game about it, Eba can no problem. Then that day he was unable to see Nnamdi and the court never approved of it, and the matter went on fine. And as I tell Makam, Namunji was not man from Nnamdi. I'm to stop here, no more. I kept quiet, I didn't talk to him. Then remember that before Bruce Fine came to see Nnamdi, Kingsley openly threatened me. Kingsley threatened to kill me. Where under his dead body can Bruce Fine have Nnamdi. No fear, I'm gone. No fear, I'm gone. Nobody met on work of fear. At the end of this exercise, they are all of them are on the same page. I went to them because the point in Chokan over and I want the Biafrans to know. If I am into this case for money or for any form of shenanigans, I will not be where I am today. At all. After I wasn't the person that started this case, I don't know where I am today. Now, I have a track record in this matter. We have done cases for IPOB. Since my coming into this matter, not only from Nnamdi, I've released them in their thousands, not one. I've gotten them discharged and acquitted in various courts across the country. In Abuja here, in Iguacha, in Enugu, in Abia State, in Imo State, in Ebonyi State. I have the records. Those who are today screaming against me, some of them were brought into this case by me. I want to challenge any lawyer in this matter to tell me or to tell Biafrans any IPOB member he has effectively defended in court, get him discharged and acquitted, or get the matter struck out. One person, I talked to one person among all of them. I'm going one person. Only all day in a patch for market now. Then I'll remove my gun. Among all of them, court. I'm talking about those who are with me in court now. Any one person, Biafran, he has defended effectively, got him discharged, got him acquitted from court. Let me have one. I'm not talking about only the move application on the court in here. I'm talking about those defended and accused. And it's in the court of this case. Remember, I may matter no water sometime. Those who were the charge last week, we had the charge acquitted last week. That was on last 2 weeks. I made it public. Somebody Abulum. That's the case. The case number is the name is what do you call it? FR against Good Luck Abulum and 5 others. Charge number 149C/2020. Remember to tell something striking about this case. I want you to know. Sometime last year, I got a call from leadership. Ejiofor, there's a development because they are playing with leadership is very intelligent. That's why some people are maniling them, telling us something about them. They called me and said, Ejiofor, I said, no one day I convict in na my God, what is I convict na Port Harcourt now, and they would Africa. I don't know whether I'm still online. I don't know whether you're hearing me again. I don't know what's happening here. Am I with you?
Yeah, barrister, I know you man or you with a problem.
Okay, I don't know. Oh, Monday here. So then they called me and said, I should look at this. Now, about 7 persons have been convicted, and the court gave option of fine, 3 million naira per head. Now, I'm about to the fine. We'll see how you go to that judgment. I'm fair. Judgment convicting IPOB for doing what? So I'm saying, I'm fair. If you're not going to MSCA, people in charge, leadership will say it in a manner you understand it. They send the judgment to me. I read the judgment. First thing I have a forged document. Lawyers did it in this case. Lawyers. And they have in a court. I had involved here. We say what? Say it's a false document. Say I don't want to say I handle it. Before I could speak their problems, the same information has gone to Onyendu. They need the regular edge up under. Where the Onyendu in his time, that's where the form they come. As you look at this, how far? So Onyendu in high up. I see him get say it's not a false document. You cannot believe his eyes. He has a lot to say when he come out. Then I investigated it today. I got to the court to discover that the criminal assembly have offered Gosso. If not for my involvement in that matter, and I personally got involved in that matter, those people in this will not be disturbed because now court are going to know about that document they are forging. And those idiots made that about Fergus. And they are today known to all of you. Yeah, I followed the matter up, prosecuted the matter, defended them, and they were last 2 weeks discharged and acquitted. That's number 1. Number 2, sometime last year, I swear too, yes, last year, Oyendu got an information, a document that suggested that some persons were arrested and taken to Kaduna, and they've been granted bail by magistrate court. Then why I have recommended 10, gonna have more 20 or 30, they are in the hundreds. Now you need to go Ejiofor from prison. The ban now you go bail. Oyendu name Alpha. So in the Kaduna here, I have my very good lawyer, who is dentalist from Plateau State, and I've been with him for almost 10 years. Very reliable and trusted person. I'll send him to go to that court and find out what happened. And luckily, what saved him? That kind of prison by now. That document was forged. So why it's important for you to know this? I'm an onion do not approve. See, but I have to say it. Why I have to say it? What is playing out? These are what has been working around him. Right? So that's by the way. Ekwunemeka defending IPOB across the states and gotten them discharged and acquitted. To my knowledge, as IPOB Lead Counsel today, there hasn't been any IPOB member standing today that has been convicted by court. Not to my knowledge, not one person. There's no IPOB member that has been convicted by court. To my knowledge, since I started this case in 2015 to date, I have not done a case where any of them was convicted. He did. Anybody that has a sorry court to challenge me. Then coming to the aspect of the matter, Oyendu has the right to bring in a lawyer of his choice. He has the right to expand his legal team to 20 lawyers, 30 lawyers, all his prerogative, which is provided for on our constitution. However, when the idea to bring in someone to appear in court, Supreme Court, I just take it that he came to court, appear with us. Appear Supreme Court was mooted. I got this information late, actually, he told me. Then, but I said, only something to discuss about, which is a purely client-lawyer privilege discussion. I don't think I'll make it public. So, I said, okay, after all, the man said he will not be in court, not from the Zekome. Because, and estimably, commended Ozekome and my humble self for work done so far to the Supreme Court. He said he has read everything we filed. He has read even the judgment of the Court of Appeal, and they are all sound and impeccable. Then we had a meeting with him.
Agabi,
yes. We had a meeting with him, and the level of involvement and the matter is spelled out. We were right to bring in lawyers for different purposes. I don't want to go into that. Then he said, Ejiofor, he said, Ozekome, please. He said, I'm not coming to take over the matter from you. I'm coming to be there for you. We are going to adopt your case and not whatnot. You see, because people know how to bring two lawyers together and clash their heads. So if for the fact that Ozekome is not a seasoned advocate, or who is very close to Agabi also, people who are painting false narratives before the public now have clashed their heads. Now they will fight. I said, two advocates are fighting on a matter. That is very totally wrong. Then we had a very good and convivial discussion about what is going to happen on the 5th of October when the matter was coming up. And the other day, Ozekome presented the argument, adopted the briefs we filed, also filed it, and expanded his argument in that respect. The matter was consequently adjourned to 5th of September. As a matter of fact, it's not in the style of the Supreme Court to give a date for judgment or even come appeal. Usually when adoption is concluded, they will adjourn the matter on a date to be communicated to the parties. But in this case, it was specific as a date the judgment will be delivered. I even expressed some sort of element of some surprise on that day. So that was what happened. Of course, you know that some people will be scheming. The schemers around will be walking around to ensure that they bring in confusion one way or the other, and the ability to know when where they are coming from, and also the intent, what it is, and also prepare their heads ahead of time make you smarter than them. That's number one. Now, coming to Ejiofor. I would have gone public against Aloy Ejiofor long before now, but I was being restrained by Onyendu Mazinam Kano. But you see, one thing about this, why I took time to narrate some of these silent facts, and I expect you to ask me further questions because of time, or Biafrans to ask me questions. I dedicated today for this program, and I'm ready to answer any questions anyone will so wish to ask me. That's number one. Number two, you people are aware, Biafrans are aware that on the 2nd day of December 2019, my house was invaded for no just cause. Buildings worth millions of naira were burnt. People were killed in my premises. Not that they committed no offense of them, because someone somewhere in my town, one monster in my community, this man has been looking for way to eliminate me long before I even start IPOB case. But I want to say what here. We have been having issues because my issue with him lies simple. He kills people in my community and gets scot-free. Everybody in my community are afraid of him. Nobody wish, because he has contact with the federal government.
But it's only the quifa anywhere. Only the quifa okwa kafaya mbo ka emekofo akwa emekofo ka inu.
Yes, yes.
Oga di man akpo ya afa. Ihe ndi na-ekwu ya ka Biafra support
after narrating you put on the I'll tell you.
Ekwensu kpọ ya ọkụ no ase ekwensu kpọ ya ọkụ ya na ihe oye
that mean I'm not going to today. So as I was saying, then because I've been on him, only up with the if they jump up there, we challenge in a court. He saw me as a very serious problem to his evil desires in Orif. We've been fighting before I joined a public case. Now, because I am handling a IPOB case, in my one thing about life, just like here in Southeast now, which I will mention in this program. Of course, people are aware that I have offices in Anambra State and Abuja here. I have very powerful, erudite, and also very efficient practice in the way. Here in Southeast today, the simple one. Okay, me being Azana. If I'm contesting ownership of a land with my neighbor, and I feel now my police, California. What I will do simple to cut it short. I will go and tell the police, no, no, sponsor IPOB, no, have a boosting man, no, sponsor ESN. If that's 1 hour, the person is gone. Once you mention IPOB to security agents now, you know you're not condemned, no problem. You go how to me pay actually by the person now. Now, because I'm defending IPOB, and I'm the camera, I'm the well-known lawyer. What I'm there, I know back and then I made here about the woman and them. Went to court and I won the case. Then, as it has not enough, he now hired this people that came to my house again on 6th of June 2021. He hired them. And I was told, okay, I want some information now. He's plotting evil against me. I got information he was plotting evil against me. So, because then, there are meetings I was attending on instruction of Onyendu. Then, people for that meeting, I will not fall victim of this man. And some people know that I was attending meetings, came to bring peace to the entire Southeast. Then I came in that day. He gave them 30 million. This man gave them 30 million with a direction, a special directive to kill me and kill anybody in my house. And what he told them, what he told those people that came to my house, my house where they been the ESMB. Now they have gone, they're back and of course they have gone everything in my house. However, I was some so Fabiano, believing that those false diligence. But when they come, they discover that they have never happened. I was those are make public. These are my findings. I happened to be never. I never blew my PA. Unfortunately, my PA papa and mutata. They found out this morning. So now come to the capuchin that day. They arrested 3 of my boys that day. One, my gardener, Ugochku, the cafe, my gate man, Chibike, and the Papa Nanya Moto. One was my PO. Then now, I followed that case from there. I went to court, challenged them, I won the case. I followed up that case from there, came to Abuja, followed it up. At some point, let me step there for this. I was at the verge of getting these guys out from where they were detained. When you do man come national camp, they would have because he was seeing them, he was making contact with them. MSC got everything for them to come. This man on a phone, listen these people. I'm saying it to every Biafran to know. From there, they now transfer them from that place to where they are now.
Kam kwere boy atoto emeka ofo we kpo na phone say release no mo Biafra ndị abeba kokoro o kai na awota na ife na men ka ari bia bia ga parais na ga erigbo onwe gi ga niru niru.
Now he has started scheming again. He has started scheming again. Now as I speak to you now, he has arrested 3 people from my community, from my village now. Took them to police. 2 of them, I followed him up on one of them. And that person was charged to court. I later, leadership will read the charge to you going to manager. The charge higher in the course of time again. Then, what were they being asked for? On how they to indict me, I'm not involved. I'm come and indict me. Now, I want to also use this opportunity to tell the governor of Anambra State something on Chokawata this afternoon, because he's the one working with him. Now, because he's the one who is encouraging him. I want Soludo to know today that now, if not for Chineke 1, 2, Mazen Namdekan and IPOB, you will not be governor of Anambra State today. If not because of Chineke number 1, 2, Mazen Namdekan and IPOB, you will not be governor. Because now, sit at home being put in place by IPOB, if he wasn't called up, the people that traveled from here to Anambra will wipe entire Anambra State out. Their directive is very simple. Anybody who whether of time to work or see work at work can they not in authority to win, no? And they can his wisdom. We give them instruction that I should write a letter telling the public to come out and vote. After giving that instruction, I passed it to the leadership. When I was writing, the leadership was writing, telling people to come, campaigning for people to come out and vote. That was how he became governor of Anambra State. And I'm happy Anambra State is peaceful. I've been instrumental in bringing peace to Anambra State today. I don't boast about it. I don't brag about it. But for him to know that his Emeka is going to bring crisis in the community I cannot be able to defend. Now Emeka is doing all these things to get me again. Ndị obulebu na ndị akpụjenebe ndị akpụjekere ha na ndị akpụjere na prison are not yet out. That's what is happening today. Then now, why I'm saying this, boom? Now, when this thing was going on, I got a very strong intelligence. Aloy Ejiofor is meeting with him. Aloy Ejiofor went to see him, and I told Onyendu this thing. Say, Onyendu, are you aware of what is happening? The one problem now, lawyer, they meet him, man. I don't have problem. You can go and meet anybody you want to meet. But coming publicly to write about him shows that you are enjoying, you are on the same bed with him. Then as that was going on, then I got a report about this plot I'm telling you about. I got a report about what I'm telling you. So I am telling Biafrans today and the world. You may not know whatever he's doing. You may not know that I'm away. I've started defending IPOB since 2015. The date. And I've secured a list of every on their thousands. He may think that people will just look the other way. Other possible. And if anything happens to me today, or any of my house, any of my members, Biafrans know who to hold responsible. If anything happens to me today, God forbid, or any of my family members, Biafrans know who to hold responsible. That's why I'm stating it in this platform. Only man to understand what I'm passing through in the house of these people. Because I've suffered, I've sacrificed, I've waived a number of things in defense of Biafra. This election petition matter, MSC now, I have what I came to me to pay me tens of billions to defend them. This election petition MSC. I have the people that came to me because they know I'm intelligent. They pay my office tens of billions, running to 50, 30, 40, 100 millions to defend them. I said, no, I cannot be involved in election petition because Onyendu is there. I'm at his beck and call. Because election matters are matters you must devote 100% attention to. And I cannot be defending him, knowing the nature of the case I'm handling, knowing what the demands of the case, and also be conducting other cases that will affect that will distract me. So no, don't worry. When it's out, I am ready to accept any brief from anybody. So why I'm saying this is for Biafran to know today. I want to place them on record because I don't know what happened to them tomorrow, but I'm not running away from anybody. What I will do today is for me. Last thing I will do today is to run away from anybody. So if anything happens to me, or happens to any of family members, or happens to my wife, my children, and us.
Barrister on mute, and the video gap will go. Barrister, can you hear me? Because I want to know better the other corner yana network yasi handle. Other corner kayala network yasi aga. I want to know better the Barrister in on mute. You put a goni here on your manana and if you knew.
Are you hearing me now?
Yeah, Ganiru.
So this is why I want to place the record today, right? Because I've done anything, I've not committed any offense to be being hunted around by someone, the monster in my community. And unfortunately, some people who are part of this case or who I'm defending are part of the scheming. So I want to place on record because he think that he can eat his cake and have it back. It's highly impossible. I'm not a moron in a community. Nobody in our rift. Go and ask question. Ask question. Ask anybody in our rift. I extension Anambra State. I don't have problem with anybody. I'm not a troublesome maker. The only thing I defend that which is right. I defend that which is right. Anything outside right, I won't get involved. I defend that which is right. So may seem not can involve. And let me say this to you. I have never for one day in my life been in a place where there's a conspiracy to kill anybody. I never conspired to kill anybody. But it's man, I've not been in a place in one day. See, I want to discuss how to kill Mr. A or Mr. B. I'm not part of it. I've not done that in my life, and I will not start it today. I'm not going to do it tomorrow because I come daughter, and my hands are clean. My hands, I don't have any blood in my hands, not one. So that's why I want to use this platform to tell Biafrans what is happening around me, because the scheming is on as I speak. The scheming is on now. But I'm waiting for them. I can see Biafra. Couldn't do ready. Malon. Never because don't believe now. No what now government and power now government, yeah. And as such she can carry out any form of evil attack on me and get scot-free. I don't believe because once we change in government and they feel that the people that came into power is in power, they are first. Then the police and all the security agents will be at their pocket in their pocket. But unfortunately they should know. A responsible security agent should do that which will encourage peace where he is. You should do that, always do that to do things that will discourage violence or problem. You should encourage him, do this that will encourage peace. Even when you are being forced by a politician to do that, you say no. I will not do this, it's not wrong. This thing will throw the state into chaos. It will throw the state into violence. I won't do it. All because of this, all because of IPOB Biafra. Starting from 2016. Protest, peaceful protest to come out Akibuha. High school. That's what led to where we are today. That's what led to where we are today. To go with your question, my brother.
Ndewo barrister, ndewo ojatana again. Ndi Biafra kwogenazu. Yanwa bukanu emekofo. Ihe ngekwu ebe ono niko ejuwego. Our HOD kwere gị nkwa oge last broadcast ya ogwokwana ya sị ya ihe ọbụla in short ndị gị nọ ya n'akazi ka iputo yude ihe ọbụla mere gị ọ ya afọ ya e nwere ajụjụ m chọrọ ịjụ gị, m ga-achọkọta ajụjụ ịbụọ n'ofu onye a na-ajụ regarding since akwa mee onye ndu rendition that after since onye ndu is being renditioned, thousands of IPOB had been abducted by DSS, Ma Abia, Enugu, all the whole Igbo land, and ụfọdụ n'ime ha onwendana maro ebehano, and all of them are innocent, being detained. Kembo anagba iji hụ na ha pụtara, kembo ha na-agba iji hụ na ha pụtara dịka o si wee kwuo. Also, these innocent Biafrans are detained, and why are the DSS and why are the DSS not bringing them out to court? Then nke abụọ bụ ka inye anyị update. Ama m na ihuru tụchago aka ebe abụrụ ka njụ ajụjụ otu o si wee tinye ị ga-aghọtachakwa. What's the legal updates on those abducted by the DSS and the military when your house was attacked and the people killed in your compound? Are those abducted by the DSS still alive? If yes, where are they? Ajụjụ ba now ka atụkọta ya n'ufu ka ịzapụ anyị ya. Ndị nke ejidere na ụlọ be gị oge ha bịara oge ahụ, ha ka dị ndụ? Ọkwa na ha dị ndụ ka ebe fa nọ? Ndị nke ejidegasịkwa na n'Igbo other places kpọrọ ha kpọpụ ugwu Awụsa, enwe ka esi rute okwu aka m ga-achọ ka ịkọwatachachara anyị ụmụnna anyị wa comrades ndị anyị na fari na-eme ife n'onwe ndị ejigasị kembụ a na-agba ife na ha apụtagasịsịrị ihe ajụjụ ịbụọ n'ofu. Gaa n'iru, barrister.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. First of all, I want Biafrans to note at this point, also Kahamaruna, we're changing the tactics. Because of a number of things happening and which are not being sanctioned by the DOS. So, and which is leading to several arrests. And then a problem. Because that's why I will advise people to listen to the instruction and directive from the DOS about how they can give here. Because DOS doesn't, DOS under the direction of Mazen doesn't encourage violence. And they don't encourage any form of violence whatsoever or attack. So I've always advised people to listen to them, because if you're not paying attention to them, you'll be having problems. So this is number one. Number two, in view of this preliminary we decided now that any person that claimed to be IPOB member arrested by security agents, and we got to know about it, the person must be profiled by the appropriate authority. Then once the person is profiled and the names are made available to us, the person we follow it up and make sure that at least we follow the due process and ensure it's out. We've been able to release a lot of people, and even when I went order from court last week, directing SS to release them without, and even the discharge from court, we have served them those papers and the court orders expecting compliance, which we're going back to ensure. If they didn't comply, we'll go back to court, because we cannot fight them. And you know why this non-compliance with orders of court and probably the judgment of the Court of Appeal is on increase, because some actors, in fact, as a matter of fact, let me just say this to you before now, and now I'm with people in charge, like my clients, IPOB will group first persons in charge, like US head of the directorate and the other members of the US, because it is now whatever Yemen at the stroke, Onyendu was incarcerated. You see, it's a function of strategy by the state. When Onyendu was abducted and brought here, a lot of studies started beginning on food. And then I have we were thinking that we were together. Remember one thing about just like what happened in 2015. Okay, it was a very formidable IPOB. People were together, apart from a few people who are fighting us. So but of course we know they are doing that for reasons best known to them, and possibly for particular reasons. So then we thought everybody's together. So but later we discovered that now some people were planted, so from being paid to commit crimes that were attributed to IPOB. You see, just like now, security agents in the country know now certain things they may not run their name, but they cannot do without calling them names. Are you with me? So now these are strategies they deploy to ensure they create a problem, and by creating problem, when you know will be unsettled, emotionally and otherwise, will be tortured day and night. But some other no problem or might happy. He has been preaching that to me. But been preaching that effectively to me. That was what prompted to his handwritten letter. That was what prompted it for him to write those letters out there. See, can that was made public. He prompted it. So that will tell you the kind of person somebody who encourages violence. He won't be doing those things. He won't be telling you those things. Of course, no publications have issued so far. And also issued by IPOB on his behalf, stating what he stands for. That didn't stand for car. It didn't stand for open local. And I can say that to you without any fear of occupation. I can remember what he used to tell me. That the Ejiofor and he condemns both acts. So the point that now we may say the arrest only on increase. And these people and they kuna no by the time they profile with their names. You make a kuna with a matter of 50 or 100. By the time they profile with her, if you don't want to IPOB on that, they have with by the time the names are profiled and brought to us, no in the estate, in the planting, it cause confusion. So, because I used to tell people from time to time, don't get yourself in violence. Because they had a try what they know they've seen even the child fire, even half in a court. I called the species. And when you have offense committee, because of the leadership style. So the point I'm trying to make now, only open the profile by leadership and avail the names as such, no members of IPOB confirmed by them. We go to court. And I'll be proud to go to court and I'll argue on their behalf. I'll argue on their behalf to tell the world and declare the court, these guys have committed no offense. And you will see that when you are handling their matters in court, they will have no evidence against them. They will have no evidence. They will file frivolous and bogus charge against them, but there will be no evidence of substantiate that thing. That's number one. Then coming to my boys that were arrested, that were abducted, because that's never arrest. Obviously, I will skip this. I omitted this when I was narrating about the activities of the monster from my village. When they were abducted, I will commend my staff, who was alive at a point in time, who was alive not at the point in time, he was already alive, who was flowing up immediately. When this thing concluded their bloody invasion of my house and killing of my PA, they were free to post it to know what is jailer. Whether that one I'm coming to him soon because I've got judgment against him. So they were free to post it, and when that was posted, we got it. Then obviously we never had the opportunity or never had the approval of those. He posted that thing. That was how we got the information about what happened, and I followed it up. Let me tell the fans today and the world to know that we commence this matter from Federal High Court, Oka. Some aspect of free time cover appeal that has to do with my own markage. Neither SSS, nor the police, the military, those that were captured in that camera, I will send it to you to play for the Biafra to see again, because they should not forget in a haste. Because my camera captured all of them as they were coming to, as I was moving into my house, and all the activities in my house, I captured them in camera. Police, neither the police nor the SSS nor the military admitted in court that they ever came to my house. None of them. I will send you the copies of what they filed in court and will obtain judgment against them. They were saying they were not there, they didn't come. SSS filed a counter affidavit and said they didn't come to my house. Military filed a counter affidavit and said they didn't come to my house. Police filed a counter affidavit and said they didn't come to my house. Today on record. However, I traced them. I traced these boys, Ugochukwu, Chibuike, and the third person. I traced them to SSS headquarters Abuja when I was being between the 10. I traced them because Ugochukwu saw Mazen Nandekano. I went to him when Nandekano was brought from Kenya. One occasion was on his routine road walk in the morning. He went to him. Ugochukwu saw him. I went to him and told him, Daddy, after greeting him, Ugochukwu, now I can't from Ejiofor. I found out something. Chibuike wrote something. I sent to me through someone that he was doing the 10 there. I went to court to tell SSS, give him my voice. Then 2 people there arrested his people, came here and released all of them. Damn, they committed no offense to law. How leave my voice for me? When the pressure become much on them, and when the evil man in my house got intervening, that they transfer them to Waji barracks. I can confirm that to you. Also, I share them here. And they should know that now. Let them know that they transfer them so that they cannot maintain any form of contact within them. They can do transfer her back. So we are in court of appeal. I can't leave them. We are in court of appeal today. I am asking them simple, leave my voice for me. Somebody say no offense committee. You tell them to court. They went to Iboho's house, arrested people there, killed people there, came back here. After the intervention of the people from the west, they released them. Even when the matter was in court, they released them. The Arab men went their ways. Then why can't you release my people? Or is it because I cannot connect you to what happened in my house? It doesn't matter. I've seen them. That's settles it. And as I speak to you, the international community is aware of what happened in my house. I've written the international community. I've written the International Court of Justice, Criminal Court of Justice. I've written them. I've given them documents. I've given them the clip of what happened in my house. So let me know how they are going to deny it over there that they didn't come to my house. Now, okay, to further amplify what I'm saying, when this thing happened, I wrote a petition to IG. I wrote a petition to the director of SSS. I wrote a petition to the DG SSS. I wrote a petition to the chief of army staff. I wrote this petition to them, asking them to investigate their personnel that were involved in my house, in the bloody onslaught in my house. None of them, except civil defense, none of them responded to that letter to date. None of them investigated anything to date. None of them took any step to make a further communication to us to date. None of them. So what is that showing you? That they were in my house. They were in my house for such a job. They were paid 30 million to come and kill. They were given 30 million to come and kill. Hello?
Hello. Hold on, let me meet somebody. I want you Ifeanyi.
None of them sexual defense. None of them responded to that. None of them investigated anything today. None of them took any step to make further communication to us. None of them. So what's that showing in my hands? They were my hand for such a job to make something that I'm here. They were doing that to
Emute to go me a barrister, emute to go me a Ghani, somebody non mute.
Okay, so the matter is before the Court of Appeal now. Because when the matter was pending before the Federal High Court, I have several cases against the State Security Service, the police, and the military before the Federal High Court. Okay. Someone came to tell Onye Maz that among us that I've abandoned the case in Oka. Then I said, the matter is live in court. I'm even more interested in the case than any other person. Eventually, I have to severe the case, brought in the one that has to do with my boys to Abuja. Why those ones, the one that has to do with my PA they killed, and the lawful and illegal activities in my house continue. And I won those cases over there. Then here, the court said we should furnish them with further facts to show that now I'm SSS, because they're denying ever coming to my house and they're denying keeping them. And then brought an affidavit of facts which was provided by Mazen Namdekano to the court. Now, I also bring an affidavit to show that Mr. A, Mr. C, visited SSS and saw Shibike and gave me note that he didn't attend there. The court, because it's the court in Abuja here, you know them, you know their background, because of their affiliation. They turn a blind eye to that. I said, no, my lord, you cannot give judgment against the police. Because they're not being detained by the police. They are there. Tell the SS to release them. They were in court of appeal now. So on the matter. So this is where we are. So when it comes to the Jane IPOB members arrested, we are on the matter. And as I also I've already we are worked out a strategy and a plan that lawyers should get involved too in our states. Because I cannot be doing this thing alone. It has expanded. That's a matter between me and the staff, because we have discussed it and they're helping out. And what I'm saying, what I want to tell lawyers who are getting involved in this matter one way or the other, to be upright and honest. IPOB case is a case of covenant. If I take IPOB case as a case that will give me money, I'll be a billionaire by now. I'll be a billionaire. And if I become a billionaire by now, I may not be alive today. It's not that. It's a case I'm involved because it has to do with my people. And I know they are not doing something wrong. And I know they are doing something within the confines of law. So that's why I'm involved. I'm spiritually involved in the matter. And I believe it's God that brought me out for this case. And God that brought me out of it must continue to sustain us and protect me. Otherwise, I've been a dead person. I've suffered tremendously in the hands of Nigerian security and the hands of monsters. There's some people who are with me, who wants one word to eliminate me. I've been shot. I've been shot. I've been attacked. I've suffered some prejudice. But I'm alive. It's not. I'm not alive because I'm the most favored. No, I'm alive because God wants me to be alive because it's a divine project. And in the course of that, I've always remained steadfast and upright, advising people that cares to know, people that I'm defending, to be properly guided by within the ethics and ethics of what I mean. So, and they've been listening to me. They've been listening to me. That's why I'm proud to defend them, and I'll continue to defend them till thy kingdom come.
Which means those abducted, they are still alive. Think I had Dr. Nabegi had they alive. Okay. Okay, Ima Ebefano now.
I'm telling you where they are. They've been the tenant for Wabarak, Niger State here. Wabarak transfer around.
Okay.
And it's in court records. I've told you in court records. I've been there.
Okay. Can you get this question also? Tupama Gupta the question. Based on if I from a tribunal and judges who see their technicalities and whatever. No blah for if I'm ready. I forgot I bend those Supreme Court and all those things. Monday bara number 1, Bruce number 4, bro number 1, and all those things. Ajujabu, legally, is there any other way forward if on 15th December 2023 Nigerian government failed to release Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? If yes, educate us based on the law, the technical. Ganiru.
I don't want to sound negative, and I can never sound negative on this issue. Because I know that releasing Nnamdi Kanu has no option than to release him. It's not optional. It's something that must be done. Why would I say that? Anything outside releasing Nnamdi Kanu as quickly as possible will further indict the federal government that they're responsible. They're actually responsible for what's happening in the southeast. These people, and including all the stakeholders, because I know those who have been going and interceding, who have been talking to the authority. Some will go and call me on phone and tell me, look at what I've done. This man has been cleared by the court. This man has been discharged by the court. This man has been detained unconstitutional today. And as bad as it is, this case is the first case study in this country where a citizen will be discharged by a court of appeal and you are still keeping him. It's better if the most ideal thing to release him. In law, we have our laws. We have laws. We have done all we can professionally within the confines of law. If you read the judgment, if you read the respondent brief before the court, you see how empty it is. You see how empty it is. I don't want to go into law. But the fact that government, I don't want to sound negative, I listen to the Kanu on 15th of December is not optional. It is not optional. It is something government must do. Because it has committed no offense to law. Otherwise, you know that there are people actually causing havoc in the southeast. And they'll be held responsible for that. This man or people who has come in their numbers, in their group to tell you, release him. If you release him, we will have good peace in the southeast. We cannot know the criminals and go after them. Allow us to go after the criminals. Leave him, let him come out. Allow us to go after the criminals. He has said it a number of occasions that he has not business with those who are causing havoc in the southeast. And IPOB as a peaceful government has come out publicly to tell you, and then I've been writing it time without number, that we are not part of this. What you are going to do, challenge him, challenge them now. Release him, release the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let's know what to happen in the southeast. If the people in the southeast didn't go after the criminals, then don't come here bastard. They will go after the criminals. Without even involvement of security agents, they will go after these criminals. A responsible government must do the part that will restore peace and unity in the region. A responsible government must do after the part and advice that will restore total peace. You can enjoy the government. You can't continue to promote, by your actions, promote violence and killings in the southeast. Today we are asking people to come back from Lagos, to come and vest. Last month, I didn't sleep here for 2 weeks. I didn't sleep in my house for 2 days or thereabout. I was busy working on the case of those who are demolishing the property. I was actually involved in the matter.
that whatever they was achieved in that case today, I was involved. I didn't make it public. I was involved. They called me. I was involved. And unfortunately, I want the Biafrans to know today, those guys were duped by some people that collected $100 million from them, lawyers over there, to defend them. And at the end of the day, those lawyers ran away from them. And we got involved. They didn't pay me a dime. And we got involved, making our contact to ensure they are protected. Now, you are asking everyone to return to Greece to come and invest when the atmosphere is tense. So anything that will stop the release of Nnamdi Kanu on 15 means they want the entire Southeast to be thrown into violence and havoc. So the only thing for the government, official available to the government, to release him on 15th of December, let him go his way. Then we Igbos will fight those who are desecrating our land. We know them. We'll go after them. Before now, Christmas, Christmas is an opportunity for us to come back home and invest. Help our people, help the needy, help those who just graduated, get job for them, and also through empowerment and giving to the life of our people. How can you develop your religion when you didn't travel for Christmas? Or Christmas like age, if you want over a throne, if you want to for school and where go, if you there a scholarship, if you there in if you some people who are not on Christmas, how much you want that? They will borrow money to come back home. Then when they are going, they will go money with money, they will have a very good action by worker for them. And here you go. So anything government will do on Friday, other than releasing Nnamdi Kanu, will mean that government want to destroy the entire Southeast. And they will be held responsible for that. And that means they'll be encouraging that the people encouraging this problem in the Southeast. A responsible government, I'm saying it now, should be interested in policies that will bring restore peace in the country. And people in their numbers has come, governors has come, some governors has come, some senators have gone, some well-meaning Igbos has gone to tell them, assure them, leave this man, leave it for us. It is when you have to say again, will go after that. The industries will know how to go about criminals. But you have to justification for the nature of Kihojo. So what I'm saying, in law, we have our law. Law is on our side. It has been decided by Federal High Court. Come up and say, go home. So releasing on 16th of December 2023 is not optional. It's not optional. It is something that must be done. Thank you.
Ndewo barrister. So it's an optional, knowing how you married it, and it already sound negatively on that. So bo adding. Ajụjụ ọzọ m chọrọ ka anyị bịa nebaba anya tupu ụmụnne anyị.
Emesịa nwanne m onwere issue m chọrọ treat later. I believe that matter has lingered for so long. Though I've discussed with leadership, and I believe it's important for me to get involved in that matter because of madness going on in the Southeast now, and that madness has simply removed the eyes of people who should be involved in either side reason and can do that either religion and religion and no religion. So when we are done, I will go into that. Please, I will allow me to talk to the Biafrans about just 10 minutes about that issue.
Okay, ngwa nke ahụ ga-abụ ma anyị chịkọtawa anyị kwuo okwu ọfụma na ife gbasara legal issues and all those things. O nwekwa ike nwekwa ajụjụ ọzọ ga-adị mgbe anyị emepe igwe eji ekwu okwu ka ndị mmadụ tinye ọnụ maka onwe ndị anyị na ha nọgasị na Zoom ebe a. Mana tupu anyị aga to that one, nga joge ife dịka ndị rere onye ndu ịmana ikwubugo okwu a dịzie ka ọbịa jụọ oyi ke ndị rụrụ ana o rubeghị mgbe anyị akwupụta okwu officially si na ọ bụ onye dị ụta eziokwu na onye ndu dịka ọ ga-mgbara ya ajụjụ mgbara nwanne nwoke Benjamin mmadụ bụ ugo dịka m mere interview ọ sị na onye ndu si na ọ bụ MI16 and ifa mana ka anyị na-ekwu n'onu Igbo anyị mana ọ bụ oke nọ n'ụlọ gwara oke nọ n'ọfịa na azụ dị na ngịga ihe a bụ arụ ka ọ bụ na Igbo o wurubeghị mgbe anyị agwa anyị eziokwu ọ bụrụ na ya marụ mana agwa anyị officially sị anyị na nke a ka onye a mere nke a ka onye a mere amaghịzị m Ifeanyi ekpuchi afọ ime aka maka na ọ pụtago amara m kịta ọ bụgo gboo iji wee kwuo okwu a. Ndewo barrister gaa n'iru.
Nwanne m Dalo. Eventually, cook it up on the bus actually have lot of journals or in the bio. This matter, Munonian do discuss here exhaustively, and there are information he passed on to me and in confidence. That's my greatest strength here. The point is that he said that he will address this issue, but I should assure the global peaceful movement of IPOB that no more only not IPOB involved in the He said it clearly to me. Not that the US, not everybody. I thank God that when we visited last time, he came out to also say the same thing as he told him. He still pointing an accusing finger to the had a here and they had involved in the also, but almost other involvement. I don't think he didn't. Suka told me when I had a discussion with him that no one by it involved. But Emma, what I want to tell you, Buna, only telling me for Joe can do it for Joe through other channels without you noticing. The point is that now it cannot be taken away from the fact that Nandeba are involved. But only, it may not be to the knowledge of Onion. That's what I want to tell you. It may not be to his knowledge that Nandeba must have been involved in plotting this. It may not be to his knowledge because someone to his knowledge must have mentioned it to me. Now, Nandeba, no, but Onion involved, Onion involved. But then, one thing about this, I believe the most important thing at this point in time is his freedom. Now, he catch him at this point. What's important is for him to regain his freedom and go for proper medical treatment. That's the most important thing. When he comes out, you will have an opportunity to also introspect because all Nyama through that travel, and you will have an opportunity of introspecting and possibly thinking aloud, and also probably putting two and two together. So, but for now, it wasn't specific as to Nonya involved. I never indicted Onya from our place. Nonya Naked. So I don't tell lies. I will tell you how he said it to me. And my opportunity tomorrow during his period of introspection or inquiries or investigation, not chop Nonya Naked or blow his word. Now, what I believe I want to advise at this point in line with what he said to me, boom, let all hands be on deck to ensure that he's out. So that's the most important thing. Now, but I'm the best manager. Than Kenya Dara. Uratande or Gumad or non so another is about mad. So let him be out. First of all, once out, thankfully, we have our confidence in this now, and God will make it happen. I believe God strongly, and God will make it happen. It happened in 2017, it will happen again. So when it's out, then you have opportunity of discussing certain issues, pertinent issues that will be relevant to the struggle, and that will be. Then you will have your floor to have that discussion with. Thank you so much.
And they will barrister. I'm na okwa anwere ka oge si wedo mana ihe dị ka anyị nwa ya akpụghị isi chere mkpọrọ ọ bụrụ ma onye ndu anyị ekwechirigo maka na ihe ndị na-ekwu bụ dịka i kwuru isi na achọrọ ka ọ pụtagodu mpụta ya mana ka anyị na-anọgasị a na-ekwu dịka nke a na ọ dị official nke a dị official ọhaneze kewuru ịbụọ onye nke ọzọ bụ isi guzoro kwuru ọ sị na o nwere ndị Igbo na-achọrọ ka onye ndu pụta na fa na-agba mbọ maka ihe ndị na-ekwu ya ka anyị na-agba mbọ ka ọ pụta na o nwekwara ndị na-achọrọ ka ọ pụta ka anyị mara ndị bụ ndị onye o ji ede mkpa na-ekwu okwu na-etunyekwa ya mmadụ dịka nwa amadi a mbụ Ifeanyi Ejiofor ọ ga-ajụrụ ya ajụjụ Ifeanyi Ejiofor sị na ọ bụ ụgbọelu enyi ya nwoke kwuru m okwu gbasara abụrụ ya na ụgbọelu enyi ya nwoke ka eji wee budata ya na Igbo na Naịjirịa ụgbọelu enyi ya nwoke ọ sọrọ nọ nke ya a na-ekwu okwu a na-arapụgasị okwu aka amara onye bụ onye because ife mere n'ala Igbo bụ arụ ofu onye Igbo ji afụ ụzọ achọ ka etipịa ya ngwa ka ha nọ kịta ka ifefa na-eme o nwere ife anyị fụrụ ife na-ekwu bụ ka a na-agba mbọ ka onye ndu pụta ka amakwana ndị a na-akwụnyere okwu ndị so anyị na ndị na-esoro anyị nụ onye ndị na-ekwu ife a ịghọtago onye ndu nwee ike ọ mara onye bụ onye duto na ya kpara nkata n'azụ ya ọ mara tupu ọ danye o nwere ike nọrọ ebe ahụ ọ gaghị ama na ndị dịkwa ụta so dịka ị na-ekwu okwu na-arụtụ ihe dịka ndị ụlọ ikpe aka ndị si ewepụta ya ndị si ewepụta ya mana ndị a na-abịakwutekwa ya ekwunyere ya okwu onye ndị na-ekwu o worubeghị mgbe anyị agwa anyị sị ya dịkwa ama agara ebe a ga ebe dị ụta maka adị ama ihe nchọrọ ajụjụ nchọrọ ịtụrụ ekwe na ajụ ama m na-esago ya mana o nwezi ihe ịchọrọ ikwubie ya tupu majụzie ga ajụjụ ọzọ mmadụ dere gakwara na mpaghara ihe ọzọ. Nke ịbụọ na ajụjụ a nke ịbụ ewe n'iwe nke ịbụọ na ajụjụ a fanche ya agakọcha ọnụ. Oge m gbara nwanne anyị nwoke Benjamin Madubugo ajụjụ dịka m na gị kparịtara, o nwere okwu o kwuru ọ bụrụ n'olu oyibo asị underline. Ọ sị na asọsọ asị ka a na-atụrụ onye ndu ebe ahụ n'ọsọsọ asị. Mụnwa mere ya interview, ọsọsọ asị ka ndị na-agafe ya na-atụrụ ya asị. Amaghị m inwe ike kọwatatụkwara anyị ndị na-atụ asị ya because ihe emebichichicha na anyị na-emebiri anyị ihe na IPOB a na-organize ọ na-aghasa apụtasị onye a bụ onye ori onye ndị isi anyị ndị na-achịkwa anyị onwebeghị ụdị ebubo a na-ebufọrọfa ọzụga n'ụlọ amara Chineke ya maghị ebe anyị kara ịnọ kịta ke ndị na-aja ahụ onye ndu a ke ndị na-asịrị ya asị ya bụ ajụjụ ịbụọ a ichekwatazie ya. Ndewo.
My brother, nwa Chineke, the point is that ndị bas na ihe agba n'aka juru ogbe enyi ya ghọtago, and the moment you realize if you are in this case as IPOB lawyer, which I'm not an IPOB member, I used to study the man ihe a na-eme na this case abụrụ ihe mmụọ ka na-eme. Iwere aka ọcha bata na ya, aka ọdọchị bata na ya, God will continue to bless you and blossom you and bless the works of your hand. Only one other underlying motive to Batania, it will be God will have a way of coming back to you. Just like someone who has been in solitary confinement for 2 years and now, 23 years. I'm only not in that condition. Sometimes I will not blame him. Will you hug an apple? When you look at the just saying, not only at the cup when you after say the show, I'll show one false penalty in the area. I'll say, what possible? No come is firm. So here Benjamin Madubugu gather from truth is truth. And if you take into account here mustn't they're not much. Their names are there, you know them. You know them, know the extent of lies. I told Onyendu, some more I can make argument a subject. I make argument of possibility to overcome. I took one. You respect me for that. So I don't tell him what you want to hear. I'm aware simple. Now where are you to say? I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I want to tell you things as it is. Me and my wife talk manage but when you come out to see other things. But I will tell you what I will tell you the things as it is. I don't understand to us. I don't understand. You may not like me for that, or you may like me for that, but I will tell you the things as it is. Right? So it is the correct truth and the correct thing. Oh here, the correct truth. If the naked truth to Buna, and it's still on today. What can I get you? You gotta go. So, but the one problem with that, our own major interest and preoccupation at this point in time. Legally speaking, legal wise, I am going to as a lawyer. I've done my own part. Because by getting to Supreme Court, being here at Supreme Court, awaiting judgment, I've done my own part. So, either to charge and to go no if it don't ban. None the kind of man he will come out. These are things I want them to believe. I'm going to have that tomorrow, but I know he will not die. He will come out, and he will come out soon. Will take his ear, will go as a no matter Mr. A and Mr. B and Mr. C and Mrs. C and where there's open us. What you know, how the possible no one in Bego, the man I go can correct that. However, when you went Bego, the marine the cool when Bego will keep the Unyakata or the Mokuta Market, where you hot or my hot or legend. But I don't think those things are important to me. Now, so I don't do one problem with that. I know he will come out and he will come out alive. Or feeling or so, and that will not delay us from the part I see. Part I see will be making it up there. Because no attention to Sarah for the man and wake it, I will bring all of them one after and address them publicly. Why I have to discuss a lot because to let them discuss there because I've not said I've put a law in there. Why I want to discuss into level question because he has gone to dine with somebody who's looking for avenue to eliminate me as quickly as possible. And I will not say it when I'm dead. Don't wait at him, but I'm not going because I'm quick and right? So I have to say for you to know what's happening around me. Because I cannot be a party. I cannot go at my back to meet someone who is looking for to kill any of us, or someone who has been repeatedly making an attempt to eliminate any of us. I won't do that. And so that's why I have to say, because all issue of life and death. And I told him, say, now why I am coming to you, because Onyendu was shocked. He said, and he's meeting with him, and I've been told, and I'll come here. So let me make it public. We're seeing like a machine or something. Hey, no, I see now. We are not. Don't know what happened to Barrister Ejiofor. We don't know what happened to his people. We don't know what happened to his wife or children, or to his family members, or even to my lawyers. But don't want to call him tomorrow. That I court. Then I don't know. But only of family members. I'm going to hold responsible. If the I'm going to the man on your the responsible for this. So that's number one. Number two, I will encourage you people, and I will advise this peaceful global movement not to be distracted by antics of enemies. Enemies are working day and night. They are working day and night relentlessly to derail the objective of this struggle. And they are using people who are part and parcel of the process to do that. You see, because no matter when I chop them, turning in them poison, assuming without all the possible. Now office symbol. Open office mo join you when they just going with him. You know, secretary no lawyer, no my PA they were there. Also my PA na okay, what we had one they were talking to something to there. But it's not possible because my lawyers when I had the can one day I would let freely. So what about the possible? And I try to go walk around. Right? I try to go and walk around office him. So never know where do I say careful. So what I'm saying, boom. Now, I told him to discuss. I told him to hear about Senate and do. We don't have a topical issue. Media for now. Let him come out. Let our preoccupation be Oputa. The facts are there. We have come a long way in defending this case. If I tell you what I have, what the facts before me, believe me, which is also in the well of some people, so the leadership. If I tell you what is playing out around these gangsters, but I don't want to discuss it. I'm keeping it as documented everything. You are not going to. Let me just say that the young balloon today about 30% of what I have on my record. Because other ones will prejudice what I'm doing and what's the effort to bring the onion up. So I don't want us to discuss it here until it comes out. Until it comes out. After that, I won't send the other off here. You got off here. Well, for how wicked in the body. How wicked our people are. Our people are evil. I'm sorry to say this. Nobody evil. Nobody evil. Nobody evil. That's why. Oh, because I'm evil, but I'm not the kind. Only no man can work on level now. Open our people. Who will be the candosa. A man never today. Open the man never today. Make I wonder how okay the president of this country. What happened within 1 week? Get it. I'm happy with the way. You still have real now. You think you know just not just me too. Oh, but say now I'm not stopped talking about the Yoruba. Who told you that? It's something Allah they had. Why didn't they bring him in when the other government was in power? They didn't bring him in. They stopped him from bringing brought in. They stopped him because about 13 years of prison. So he's a free man. Open the behind they can do also. Only do not or 2 months of that. So our people are not doing much. Have not done much so far. I know that some people are also don't want him to be out. I have no information. I'm the actual corporate. I'm going Jimmy. No, down. So the most important thing at this point in time, I need and he will be out. Oh, but I was soon says, I had the buy pastor. I don't know what I'm doing. As the buy pastor. If you otherwise, tell me why I'm defending IPOB and their members in court. How can I kill this man? How can I kill this man? Just tell me. You will be answer. Oh, because when it's in our pocket, yeah, SS in our pocket, yeah, never in our pocket, yeah, or trouble how 1 million about if about business, yeah. But how you want to trouble? How can I kill this man? When an Azaji and Azana, when an Azana, I'll make business with him. Women and Azana lifted, and I was that ship, but I want this man die to be killed. Have you seen me calling publicly out this man? Have not seen me. So that will tell you how wicked our people is. All our people with homophobia. Massive will not be there for more than a month of that. Are you aware that at some point in the course of this case, now some people went to see the former president of this country, Buhari, and he mentioned them, and my name was among them. Are you aware? That's how I said it to you. My name was among them. And he fixed a timeline. We didn't want to have a meeting and listen to the canon. He fixed a timeline. That was when Bazuke late.
Barrister, anocharo mi fikura otam isini ajerifu onye choburacho sina ya chorefu gi otacham.
Asingi, there was the time a delegate went to see Onye si Alapra on Mazan and the Kano's case, right? Ndiba Ajere no. The people that let that delegation go Wazirike
Mbazurike Amechi.
Let Mazuka Amechi let that delegate. They went there first time, Jereba second time. He now had a meeting with them and told them those who want to see. I went to see, I took Mbazurike late. Amechi to Oyenduma and they had a meeting. We went to see him. He has his man dead. They have a discussion with him. That was then, you know when it happened. This man came here on a wheelchair from Abuja, flew two times. Yeah? I was with him in a hotel. I have planned to get a meeting. They didn't come. They meeting with them. They didn't come. But one man will be asked his long time. They didn't come. This one waited for 3 days. You didn't see them. No more grab this again. And that was the end. Unfortunately, some of them are one akita. Ndi supposed to meeting. On the outside on the Igbo. But on the outside, one of them flew all the way from UK to the meeting. Then that day, flew all the way from UK to the meeting. Nathaniel child for the meeting. And he told Onye Neba so the meeting. I said Onye he go between. Where he came all the way from UK because of this meeting. That was far back as last year. On the Igbo. You know, talk about the meeting. Come up with one. Ndi we for kwa na-echi egbe nyido na nke ya adoro grata ya onye ogu mmadu not opata one ha okay first what can say me. So if you are telling me that they didn't do much, thankfully law is on our side. I'm saying this for the first time today, but it's facts. I have a lot on my hands. I kept to myself, not competent. So the point that now I want to go into a discussion that will derail the purpose of what you are doing. No, happier for now. Happen some of this is not for now. You will hear everything from him. And you have a discussion with him. Who talk and involved and upon then I'll get involved. So let us focus on things that will bring him out. That's what's important thing now. Let us be doing things that will bring him out, and also focus too on making clarifications and activities of those who are actually competent. Well, that's very important too. I didn't watch in front of some of them now working with federal government. I'm working with security agents. So working, clarifying, and telling them Nandi have no to because I can never sanction violence, be by the state of can never sanction violence, and I am not part of it. And unfortunately as it is today, can make Andy Bomalo. And I'm the Jeep East, the Jeep 7 places East. I don't have express. I don't have now from the police. When they see me, they'll stop me. Get them off man. On their camera, we send on us. Also, okay, my boy, the person on your there. Yeah. After nose of say, wait. Okay, time of man, or sing the 80 of them they are doing the I showed my life. You ask me how is it doing? When is it coming out? As matter, we're working out, we're doing our best. 80% of them, we ask me how is it doing. I'm telling you what I'm seeing on the road. I just came back yesterday morning from East, in the Little East. They will tell you what are we here, how is it doing? Nkanka. Ekerecha ha ira gara onwe. Echi ni fu umu ekwensu edukwa n'ụzọ je tu ha wada eme ha kwa ha aka na ha bụ na ameruzu eme nka ụmụ nwanne. Let's do other things, let's discuss other things. Sorry about that, just number 10 paralyzed.
Ndewo barrister. Dịka isi wee ghọta anyị mana ọ nwere oge asị na anyị nwa bụ IPOB na anyị bụ proscribe anyị and oge ahụ emechara ife ahụ enweke ngụnwa were okwu a weje na ọ dịka ọ bụ appeal court ka okwu ahụ nọ amara m ekpecha mana ọ nweziri oge anyị nọkọtara ọ na-efarizi n'ikuku na ụlọikpe nke dị naanị nọ n'Enugu na ụlọikpe nke ahụ zi ewepụla anyị dị proscribe ga anyị mmadụ dịka mụnwa ghọtara m beka amarọ agụrọ m lọọ mana ka m si wee ghọtatụ ihe dị na lọọ achọrọ m na dịka okwu anyị nọ na Supreme Court kịta na nke anyị na-eche n'ụbọchị 15th na enwere ka Federal High Court esi nwee aka na ya dịka m si ghọta ihe lọọ mana m ga-achọ ka ịkọwatatara anyị maka na Igbo niile na-ege ntị IPOB niile na-ege ntị edi proscribe go IPOB n'ezie ekpegokwe n'ikpe nke nọ na Appeal Court biko ka ịkọwatatara anyị ka anyị mara ka anyị si eje maka na anwụ onye kwuru okwu ọda ndụ ka ikpe ndị ịkpọgasịrị afa na ewepụga afọ anyị ndewo.
Thank you, Baba. God bless you. What I want to say about this is simple. Upon the prescription of IPOB by the federal government, that was on September 17th, 2017, I went to court to challenge it. We filed an application to set aside the other prescription of IPOB. Then, when the matter was heard on the merits, and the court dismissed the application, and we filed appeal before the Court of Appeal Africa on the subject. So the appeal was pending, apart from filing application for an appeal against that prosecution, because the fact now there is a lay down guideline for prescribing an organization, which is contained in our law, stated in our law. These guidelines were not met by the requirements expected of the character of the activities of IPOB. They were not met. So, and remember also, now what propelled the actions taken at that position of IPOB, political position of IPOB, was the fact that when the government filed a charge against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and part of the charge, now IPOB was referred to in that charge, 2017, as an unlawful organization. We also challenged the competence of that charge before the court, stating before the court, that's 2017, that the character of IPOB and activities of IPOB didn't fall within the definition of associations that are violent. Argument was canvassed by my humble self to that effect, and the court struck out that charge that has to do with declaring IPOB as unlawful organization. And instead of federal government going to appeal against the high court, they quickly went to trial court to obtain an order, call it black market order, to prescribe IPOB. So these are part of argument before the Court of Appeal in challenging the prosecution. We also find a motion for stay of execution. Of course, our greatest constant in this country here is that politically, when you have this kind of cases, there must be interest and there must be influence, one way or the other. So not all judges have the temerity and the guts to dispense justice without fear. So, and it affected dates. But I struggle. I followed it up till the point the matter was stated for definite hearing. To the time the matter was stated for definite hearing, that was when the parties were all doing side with hearing notices. In the case that this matter is coming up on a certain date last year for definite hearing. And when a matter is heard by court, next thing will be judgment. So in between that period, one of the visits I conducted, Oyendu mentioned to me that someone gave that a lawyer is coming in to file an application for in the matter. I said, Oyendu, Court of Appeal how it works. If you file an application in this matter, it may be explained as or probably construed as a delay tactics on our part. And since federal government has been doing these proceedings, and to go on. And they convinced him, the people that came to talk to him, convinced him that we abandoned the appeal. That was our appeal has not been here. I told him he's coming up for the hearing. So he said, you have been so wonderful. Since they want to make contribution and do that, it should come in. And I told him, please, if you have, since this matter has been adjourned for the hearing, and someone want to file a process in this case I'm doing, which is kind of for hearing. With due respect, I will not be part of this case again. The person should go on. The person should do what? Should go on and conduct the proceedings, proceeding before the Court of Appeal. They went on. They filed several applications before the Court of Appeal. Till date, as I speak to you, there has never been any formal date on record given to them for another appeal to date. To date, there hasn't been any formal date given for another. I told you, please, with due respect to you and your person, I will not be part of this case again. Let them go on, and that's where we ask them. So I don't want to talk more, discuss much about it. That's my level of the level, the way I'll stop. Then going forward, in relation to the matter that has to do with the judgment you're talking about, I read the judgment. I've read it in between line. I read the judgment. The state high court in Enugu never made such an order. That's number one. There's no order from state high court stating that IPOB has been recognized. That is not contained that order of the judgment of the court. I've read it in between line. It's not there. So whosoever is telling you that there was the judgment of the state high court said that IPOB has been prescribed is not being honest. That's number one. Number two, judgment stated in its entirety that there are some other groups in the country that are also involved in one agitation or the other. That the manner in which IPOB was prescribed is irregular. He didn't say no. That he didn't say that the other is that we hear. Because clearly stated that he doesn't want to get involved in that because was aware that there's a judgment, there's a matter, a live case on that subject before the Court of Appeal. So the court entertained other primary matters that has to do with activities of the pronouncement by the South governors and all that. They didn't delve into the main meat of this. And of course, you know that when this matter is before the Court of Appeal, I don't think there's any competent court that will make pronouncement on the live case before the Court of Appeal. But I believe so, and I'm hopeful because I've done my own part. I believe what's before the Court of Appeal will sustain the sustain the appeal the fight. But I don't think there's any fundamental amendment to what we have before the Court of Appeal. So that's my level of contribution to what you said. So I don't think unless one may do further clarification.
So to layman understanding, IPOB have not been proscribed.
Not at all.
Not at all. Nwike sunwa no n'Igbo. Nwoke ga sikowa ya no n'Igbo ko si n'ọnụ gị pụta.
Ihe na-ekwu bụ na n'oge anyị na-eme okwu n'ụka na 2017 anyị nọ court na ndị obodo a tiri akwụkwọ na court wee sị court na IPOB one of the charges na court bụ na IPOB bụ ndị otu na-akpa aghara na ha na-akpa aghara na ha dị eme ọfụma na court ya court na onye na-ebi otu na-akpa aghara so anyị ma tinye akwụkwọ court ya tụfuo ife ha na-ekwu n'ọrụ ndị ọma ya ọ gara n'ọrụ eziokwu na IPOB obodo na-ekwu okwu maka inwere ha ka ọ dụrụ ndị Igbo ka ọ dụrụ ndị be anyị mma na okwu mmadụ ikwu okwu si na ọ chọrọ na gịnị na-anụ dị na nwunye si na ọ chọrọ ka ụnụ dị na nwunye abụrụ alụ ka ọ bụ kama nọ right ya dị provided na akwụkwọ iwu nyere ikike ya kwuo na ọ chọrọ ọ sị na ọ anụzi na nwunye ya kwuo na ya anụzi just like etu nwoke na nwaanyị si eje court kwuo na ha anọchago like ihe a na-emekọta mmadụ nwere ike nụcha nwaanyị tata after 3 months na nwaanyị akwụkwọ nwaanyị enu akwụkwọ so after 3 months kwuo na ha anụchago agbafere ha jee na kọdọkasị akwụkwọ ha bidokwa live n'isi. So this is what the law says. Law says you have the right to agitate. Law says you have the right to self-determination. So I could ifa na unu ibe court wee si na ife kwuru nọ ndị ọma wee tụfuo ha gọọmenti ukwu si na nna dịka na ya za ajụ maka na otu IPOB otu na-ekwu otu ara achọ ọgba aghara. So oge obodo a fụrụ na ife a na-ekwu ndị ọma na court etufugo ha kwuru agbarata Abuja ka obodo ha ka ọ bụ na si na eje nweta ikike ichukwu na IPOB na ndị na-ebuto otu ọjọọ so si nweta ike ahụ konukọ mee ha sọ ha wee kwuo ya etu a anyị sokwa ha jekọrọ ụlọ ikpe akwa kwa akwụkwọ kọt ahụ nya tufu maka kọt ọzọ ka anyị ga-esipụta so nye agbakọta anya tufuo ihe ndị a na-ekwu n'ọrụ ndị ọma ya na IPOB ara n'ife ara achọ ọgbaghara na IPOB bụ otu na-achọ maka ọdụmma ndị be anyị na-ekwu na ife a na-eme ndị be anyị dọrọ mma Nnamdị Kanachi na kọt atụfuo ha ndị obodo a kwuru na ọ dọrọ mma na iji kpọ ndị be anyị na paabụ ndị ori iji megide ndị be anyị nke ọtụjụ wee anyị dewe apịl kọt apịl anyị nọzi na apịl na-ekpe chọọ ịma ịnweta deti na kọt apịl na apịarụ anyị etitega akwụkwọ kpụrụzie gọọmenti na gọọmenti na-eme na-adụchighị azụ ịma ka a si eme n'obodo a ha tinye akwụkwọ ikpe n'ikpe IPOB ma ikpe Nnamdị Kanu agbafere ha ijekwa kpọpụta ihe ejekwa kpọpụtakwa ebe ha na-abịa na alahụ na kpọta ha nọ n'ikpe tupu ha abịa zaa ihe na-ekwu maka ha gbaje kọt agbafere ha ọsọ so maka ịmara eziokwu adịrọ ha n'ọnụ so ndu na ikpe wee sị na-ekpezi ikpe a wee ka ya ekpe so akazie ka ekpe na-akpọrọzi ikpe a ndị otu m na ha na-eji afụ onye ndu wee sị na adịkwe sị na do na ikpe na nwere na-etiri ikpe a ka ekpe ya ekpe etiri ikpe a naghị ekpe etige na ekpe for definite hearing na October 6th 2022 ka etiri ekpe ya ndị mara ha na-ejekọkwa ndị ọnọ nkịtị enwefe wee jekwu onye ndu sị na ka afọ ya na m ahapụgo ikpe a na marakwa ekpezikwa ya na m hapụrụ ya ka na-akpọkọ ndị be anyị so mụ na onye ndu kwezi okwu onye ndu wesị na nwere akwụkwọ ndị a na-ekwu na eti na ndị achọ ka etinye na n'ihe anyị tinye n'ụlọ ikpe na Court of Appeal na etinye ka e wee kwụsị ịkpụ ndị na-akpụ ndị be anyị na ife ndị ọzọ kwụsị onye ndu ọma ngwọ gọs na itinye ha n'akwụkwọ nke okwu a dịgoro otu a itinye ha n'akwụkwọ ka i wee mee ife ọdanya na ndị obodo anyị asị na ndị obodo anyị ndị kọtụ enyeghị deeti tere aka anyị anụzie n'oge so mana ebe ọnụọgụgụ ha ga-etinye akwụkwọ na maghị agbagha ya okwu n'ọnya nwe ji nyanwe ji nyanwe mma onye obere nyara ya so nsị na maghị agbagha ya okwu na ihe dị n'ebe ha ga-etinye akwụkwọ ka ebe ya ka anụ ife ọ na-ekwu so ha tizie akwụkwọ tizie akwụkwọ dị ọtụtụ n'ebe ahụ akwụkwọ a ka etiziri ndị a kamgbe ahụ ha tiri akwụkwọ tata agbetebere okwu n'ụlọ ikpe tata ọgwa arọ agwụna a na-abakwa 2024 anya bakịta oyibo okwu n'ikpe so nye ife na ebe nsogbu mana a sị na onwe ihe m ga-emewu maka na ndị anyị sị na nwata bekarị akpa ọya nwaanyị dịka ọmụ ihe gburu ya ịghọtago so n'ọnya ihe mma akọwara ụnụ de nke ọzọ dị ka ibe maka ndị akwụkwọ si na Enugu steeti High Court ụlọ ikpe wee na-abịa anyị gụọ na ya ewetara m ya ngụọ maka akwụkwọ ahụ ụla mmụọ ka ọrụ ma ọ bụrụ na ụla mmụọ ka ọrụ ihe ekwu n'akwụkwọ a dị so onye ekwu n'akwụkwọ a dị agbagwojuru anya chachacha nọ ndị chọrọ iti ife ọdanya ji wee kọwa ihe kwuru n'akwụkwọ nwere akwụkwọ ewetara na n'Enugu kwu na ndị ha ndị gọọmenti na-ekwu si na IPOB na-eme nka na IPOB wu prescribed organization na ha bụrụzi no akwụkwọ Enugu ekwuru ya maka o metụtasịrị ebe ndị ọzọ aka kwuo na etu o si achụgharị ndị IPOB adịrọ mma etu o si eme ihe ha adịrọ mma na maka ndị Igbo etu o si eme ife ndị ọzọ adịrọ mma so n'ọnya ka m chọkwara ịkọwa ndị be anyị ka ha repụta jesi echi ile na-egwukwo na asị apụta bikọsị ime ha na mmadụ nwere ike pụtachi ike ọsịrị ngwongwo pụta n'ilo ndị agha chọrọ onye ha egbu were gbausi maazị baya ogwuru ụka dịkwa maka mgbausi a ihe na-agụ aka mba ụwa ha na-eme so ka echelugoro ka ebechaa nke ebe na Court of Appeal ebechaa ya Chineke ya gozi ije ahụ maka nwere ihe anyị merụ nwee ndị be anyị merụ na eji wee sị na ha bụ ndị nke abụrụ ndị nke ọzọ bikos na ndị na-ekwu ka ọ dịrị ndị be anyị mma na ya chọrọ ọzọ ife anyị na-eme anyị so nwere ihe famịlị nwere ihe Nnamdị Kanu mere anyị ji wee sị na nke a mere nke a ma nke ọzọ so ọ bụrụ ihe dị na ya onye ka sị ka nkọwa ndị be anyị ha bụje soro nya ahụ ka a na-ebughere oge agbapụtakwa na-eti mkpu nwere eme nke ọzọ so eze onye ka m chọrọ nkọwara ha ama na ha ghọtara ihe m kwuru ọfụma dara nwanne m
ndewo barịsta ndewo ngwanụ anyị emepe igwe anyị maka ndị nọ na Zoom na ndị ọzọ ka anyị mara ndị nwere ajụjụ ọzọ na nke ị na-emetụbeghị aka ọ bụ na onye ahụ jụọ ọ bụrụ na ọ nke ị na-emetụbeghị aka asa ọ bụkwa na ọ nke imetụgo aka agwa ya ka o jee gee ihe ikwuburu mana amarọ m ajụjụ anọ m n'ọnụ mana ka m jụpụ gị ya o nwere ihe ị nwere ikwu maka okwu ekperima ịma onye m na-ekwu ekperima bụ afa ya ịma ọ tekwa ụgbọ afọ gara aga onwe ka gị na ya si itinye ya n'ụlọ ikpe o nwere onye Check am mechie ya. O nwere gị na ya jere ụlọ ikpe onweziri nwere ike ikwu okwu ihe gbasara ya kịta ka ọ sị hapụ ya.
Ikpe bụ na ya ka nọ n'ikpe ọ na-aga n'ihu ọfụma. Onye ya nwere ike ikwu na ya mana ịmana nwanne m nke bụ eziokwu bụ na ihe afọ na-aka m ụzọ aka nkwụsị maka onye ahụ because oge nchọpụtara na ndị nwere ha na-achọ efi so n'okwu ndụkwukwu efi na ntụbaka afọ ọrụkọ maka na onye ndadịrị mbọ adịsa na-achọ efi sa na-achọ efi ịma bifo na echekwa na n'ofu ala ji ka a na-achọ efi gotago ya ndị mara ha na-ekpe nchọpụta oge o mechara nchọpụta na bụ agbụrụ na-abụ a na-ekwu nka ndị nke ọzọ na-ekwu so si na ma ekwudo okwu onye ahụ ya na-eme ya ịrụ mkpa bụ na because nkwu okwu ya ana m enye relevance. When I discuss him, I give him relevance. So, and they watch you have some time. When you get out, everybody over the stage of phone. So, because we are not the same person. So, because I'm darkness and light has no fitting point. Because, and of course, you know I'm a child of grace. And when you fight a child of grace, you will be disgraced. So, and also there's no competition in destiny. You have a true destiny. None of them now. So, Maraman take that glory. Maraman wuya. Maraman it go make me for job. Other possible. I don't think I'm going to go near me. You got to go. So the point is that I address issues between me and him legally, and the matter is live in court. I'm serving processes, and this we are on. So don't have anything in response. So I choose not to mention his name because I know if I mention his name, it becomes relevant to him, and then they matter New York. So I will talk to him, discuss him on a level to understand what I'm talking about. So, because just for reasons already profound, I don't think it's important to bring it into this topic. Thank you so much.
Dewo, otis we kwuya kan si wecha maka onye akpọrọ aha marago aga ha kpọkwa ne afa. Ngwano Igbo ndị ọma na-ege ntị nọ na Zoom icho onwere ajụjụ ịchọrọ ịjụ onye ọkaikpe anyị anyị na ya nọ na-achị awịtọ ọkọchachacha na anyị ife dị ya n'obi. Ịkọ anyị ka anyị ghọta ajụkwa na ya ajụjụ ndị nke anyị nwegasịrị ebe a o nwere ike uche ofu onye adịghị ezu o nwere ike ngụnwa o nwekwara ife dịgasị aṅa gbasara ife anyị na-eme kịta ịchọrọ ịjụ ngachọ ọ na ịnọ na Zoom iwene aka enu o nwere onye nke na-ewene aka enu m ga-akpọbata gị ka ikwu okwu onwe ndị na-eme kara anyị noise ebe a. Okay. Ngwa Maazị Agwụ Kanlụ iwele aka gị na-emego gị on mute ị na-afụ inweta ya ị nwere ajụjụ Maazị ị na-anụ m ị n'ebe ahụ?
Yes, I can hear you.
Ngwa gaa n'iru ị na-akpụ n'Igbo ka n'olu Igbo gaa n'iru.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Ganiru.
Okay, thank you so much, our barrister. You have said all, but what I wanted to know is this. We saw some few months ago, on a WhatsApp chat, which exposes the fact that the infiltrator, the agent provocateur in Finland, is communicating with the lawyer, Aloy Ejimako, and it is very clear that he has been an intermediary between the Ekperima and the politicians. And I want to know if our leader is aware of this particular fact, and still this man is still very close to the intimacy of what we are doing. That is my question. Thank you so much.
Ndewo Barrister Ganiru.
Oh, thank you so much. The point is that, as I told you, the fact is clear, and during the introductory part of this, okay, just a few minutes ago, that a lot of things are on the table, and Onyendu should know that Onyendu is also not strong health-wise, and I am managing him the much I can health-wise, because I'm more concerned about things that will make him feel happy and things that will make him feel healthy. So, and I know this subject has been discussed with him effectively and comprehensively, and it's where it is. Because my one problem about this now, we're in a place we don't have access to some of these write-ups. So you don't have access to it except what you are finding in court. And mainly because of of course, Imoyen is a very careful guy and a very person who is very circumspect of things around him. What is going on. I've discussed that with him, and he doesn't have access to the documents in question, which has gone viral, and I know the implication of that document. But I told him in detail what it connects. So on my own, whoever saying now, when I discovered that Nandemon had actually was in the book one, I was very more circumspect about things, about a bit, I opted off my circumstance. So because not with regard to Onyendu, but I will get the pull around me because I come from open up and so I don't deviated, I don't left that part to focus on the part I'll bring him out. And that part, I'm bringing him out to reasonable extent healthy. So Optase will take care of him because he has suffered a lot. For us to answer your question, yes, but he doesn't have the information. It's not within my power to insist. A particular person is stopped from seeing him. No, it's not within my powers. And of course, you should also know that men with politics around the time and people who are saying a lot of things are going on. So, which I said, and what I'm saying to be first today is just 30% of what I will say when I need to come out. So, but let me give you foundational bits for at least the ground information about what's is happening around me and also our level of involvement in case and our victories we're achieving so far, and also our dedication to the case, our commitment to ensure that all Biafrans and IPOB members, particularly IPOB members who are lawfully detained and arrested, will be released. So I will leave it at this point until when on this. I think.
Ndewo, thank you, Barrister. Kam bobata Mazi Onyeka Ekekwe. Mazi, you're on mute now. You can ask your question.
Okay. Dalu Barrister. Jisike na lo mani na lolo umu Igbo. Chineke na no Igbo ga na edugi maka na aka go docha. Ekwe n'isi gị bụ ọchọ ọkụkọ nwada ngwongwo ọsọ ị ga na-eje na-abata Chineke ga na-agọzi gị. Barrister agwụ na one of the question nchọpụrụ njụ anyị ịsago onye ga-esi wee sa ya. Another question m nwere bụ ihe gbasara Kenya. O nwere any particular ikpe anyị nwere na Kenya, that is ndị otu anyị ndị IPOB nwere gbasara ife anyị na-eme na Kenya ma na-ezi wee jide onye ndu na Kenya, biko ọ nwere ike mgbatụla anyị aka n'ihe gbasara ikpe enwe na Kenya. Daalụ.
Ndewo Maazị ajụjụ gị banya. Barrister.
Thank you. Maazị, the point is that when Onyendu was abducted, kidnapped in Kenya, as already admission to Nigeria, certain legal steps were taken was initiated, and which includes filing action against the Kenyan government and those involved in that extradition. So I'm not the one handling that case, and I'm not privy to the information about the state of the case. But I know that I'm aware that I don't think anything useful is coming up from that case. So I don't think something positive has come out from that case. Or I can also confirm that the judgment has been delivered. I can't confirm that because I'm not part of the case. But I know a matter and the civil suit was initiated against Kenya government and those involved in the process. So, but I can't confirm to you whether the matter has been disposed of or anything positive is coming out from the case. So, because I believe that matter, we stopped discussing that matter months ago, sure. So I don't think I'm not part of it. I can't give sufficient information about the update in the matter. But I know of the fact that the judgment has not been delivered in the matter, or unless the matter was dismissed, it's not impossible. Has been dismissed, it's not possible. Thank
The barrister. Ka anyị kpọbata onye nke afa gị bụ Denver TWE3. Ka ị jụọ ajụjụ gị.
Hello, Mazi. Can you hear me, Mazi?
Yeah, I can hear you. Ganiru.
Okay. Thank you, great people. Mazi, I made a mistake that I couldn't put my name there. Who is talking to you, or is the Biafran child watching? Ndewo, Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, sir. Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, I greet you so much for the good work you are doing for the great people of Biafra. Of course, we know that you are not a member of IPOB, but we know that you love your people with your heart. Mazi, I just want to talk about Emeka Ofo, Emeka Amamehana Onwea. Of course, the head of DOS, which is Mazi Chike Doziem, who is in charge on absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There is no dispute on that, and anything Mazi Chike Doziem says goes. Mazi, we heard Mazi Chike Doziem, and we heard him clear that anything that happens to you is Emeka Ofo. And we are saying it to every person in that contraption called Damnable Zoo. Mazi, we know that we are still in the zoo. But for us, Nigeria is a zoo. We don't regard Nigeria as a nation. Nigeria is not a country. We know that. And we are telling Emeka Ofo that anything that happens to you, because he thinks that maybe he tied his life on Iroko tree. We knows him. We know every of his Appian way. We know he's going and coming in. Anything that happens to you or your family, that is when Emeka Ofo we know that we know what we are doing. You know, we have been keeping quiet. The reason why we are keeping quiet, we know the reason why. Because Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who meant good for his own people, are still there. They are not talking about how to listen Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi, we know that you're a lawyer. There are some things that you will say and there are some things you are not going to say. Our lawyer Ejimako is a partner in crime. We say things the way it is. We are not here. We are not here to pamper people or use political correctness. Our lawyer Ejimako is a partner in crime. Hope or them don't want our leader to be out. We say things the way it is. The one they call Ifeanyi, waiting they call him the other one. He said that is the plane of his friend. They used to brought Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Mazi. We haven't forgot about all these things. We know, and we know the reason why we are piping low, because we want humanity to be free. Mazi, the question that I just want to ask, and I still want to thank you, because Mazi, I so much love you because of what you are doing for us. You have been trying your best, and your best, there is no how we can use it to equate anybody in that contraption. But Mazi, I want to ask you this question. We heard last time that they brought a new son. My question now to you is, Barrister Osakome, Mazi Osakome, is he still the lead counsel of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? That is my question, Mazi. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You know, I told you people before now that when, first of all, when you do prerogative and right, constitutional right to engage as many lawyers as possible. So you can engage 100 lawyers to be part of him and choose senior lawyers out of them that will defend him or they could escape his prerogative. So when Chief Kanu Agabi was about to be drafted in as a lawyer in this case, when you told that he wants him to be in, mentioned to me though late, a few days before the matter stayed from hearing before the Supreme Court. However, Mazi Chief Kanu Agabi said he will never appear in court, because he's mainly coming to appear in court. I wanted to get this part clear. However, let me clarify this before we proceed. First of all, this appeal rose from the decision of Federal Court, which struck out 8 counts, remaining 7 count charge. Then when we are not satisfied with the fact that 7 count charge was still remaining, we proceeded to Court of Appeal, heavily led by Professor Michael Zekomese, to challenge the remaining 7-count charge. And before the Court of Appeal, the appeal was unanimously allowed, and judgment delivered on 13th of October 2022, wherein the Illinois Justice Court of Appeal declared the detention and arrest of Onyendu Mazina illegal and unconstitutional, and further directed the federal government to release him unconditionally, and proceeded to direct that Mazina cannot face any further indictment or be tried in any court before in Nigerian court for gross violation of his rights. So then the federal government appealed against that decision of the Court of Appeal. We also settled we followed it up, because when they when they appeal against that of the Court of Appeal, they went to state, as I earlier mentioned. We also followed it up to ensure that records were transmitted to the Supreme Court, and when after transmission of records, timeline within which for them to file a respondent appellate brief in line with the practice direction, correct practice direction of the High Court of Supreme Court allows, they didn't file any process. We filed an application to get the appeal dismissed. It was at that point we discovered that a few days after filing the application to dismiss the appeal against Mazina against the decision of appeal, that the federal government filed the appellate brief out of time along with the motion for time extension, and didn't serve us. So we quickly filed application for CTC of that same process they filed, obtained it, then responded to what they filed. This process we filed before the Court of Appeal was being filed under the supervision, scrutiny, and able leadership of Professor Michael Zekomese. Is one signing, one going through it, one vetting it, one authorizing filing as lead counsel. So at the end of the entire processes before the Supreme Court, during which some applications were also disposed of, some were thrown out before a date was taken for different hearing of that appeal before the Supreme Court. At that point, the matter was adjourned for different hearing. I want the Biafrans to listen carefully. The entire processes for the matter has been exchanged and filed. So it's not coming for the hearing of those applications filed and signed by Professor Michael Zekomese as lead counsel. So the fact that Onyendu decided to bring in Chief Mike as a BIGB SN does not affect or change the character of the case or change the fact that Zekomese was lead counsel. So, and that was why Chief Agabi SN said he will not go to court without seeing Zekomese and me. He said he will not go to court. Despite the fact that Onyendu has briefed him to come and be with us in court, he said no, he can't go. He can't be in court without seeing us. Then the meeting was scheduled, and we attended the meeting with him. We had a meeting, a very wonderful discussion with him. He's a very nice man. I must commend him. Very respectable elder statesman. So we had a meeting, and he said, no, Ejiofor. I said, Professor Kome, let me say this to you. He had been my friend for so many years, and I hold you in high esteem as a very intelligent and educated professor of law and very senior advocate of Nigeria. Please, I was briefed to be in court with you people, but I'm not going to be in that court without you saying, Chief, can you come and be there, because you have been in this case, and it's a mark of respect. So, and the purpose for which she was wrapped in is clear. So it's something I will not mention here because what is on private, privileged discussion between client and lawyer, so I can't discuss it here. So he came in there, and on that day, it's because he has to also announce appearance because he's the most senior lawyer who is in court with us at that day. So, and that has not changed the character of that case. I want you to understand. And his coming in does not entail any form of amendment in that process we filed, which were done for hearing on that day. He just stood up and announced appearance. I was going to took up the case and lead counsel and addressed the court, and he adopted our views, argued extensively, directly, and the matter was adjourned for judgment. So I don't think we'll have problem with him coming into the matter, except those who has been scheming to bring in confusion between the two lawyers. But unknown to them that these guys have known each other for so many years. So I'm not part of the point that he has a reason why Onyendu brought him in, and that reason is known between them. So, and it's coming in to court on that day. I don't think has affected the character of the case so far. I would be very honest with you. So, and I don't think he has done anything to any of us that will warrant any attack on him. I don't think so. So, and as I had mentioned earlier, it's Onyendu's prerogative to bring rights, legal rights to bring in lawyers and expand his legal thing. I don't think I have a problem with that. So, now the matter has been concluded in Supreme Court. Today is coming up for judgment on 15th of December 2015 is 23. The judgment will be delivered, and that will be the end of the case. So if there's anything Onyendu wants Zekome to do for him, he will now give me a fresh brief. Or wants Agadi to do for him, he will also give me a fresh brief. So this is how it works. I don't think there's any problem or probably any confusion about it, or is coming in to take over the case of this lead counsel or no lead counsel. It's not important because the matter has been concluded before he came in and announced appearance to us. The matter has been concluded. We obtained briefs. We have replied to their briefs, and also they filed their own respondent brief, their reply brief too. So I don't think we have a problem with that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Barrister. Okwe nghọta na ịsa gụọ ajụjụ ọfụma. Nwerekwa na onye weriziri aka enu. I believe ife niile ikwu dabara ọfụma. O dochara ndị be anyị anya. Nwezi ajụjụ ọzọ. M ga-achọzi ka anyị chịkọtaba ihe niile. O nweburu okwu isi ekwu ihe gbasara religion. Ọ ga-adịkwa mma na etinye maka na itinyere ọnụ. Ọ ga-adịkwa mma na onye ndu nwere idea maka na ife na-emezi kịta ọ na-achọ ịpụ imi na Igbo. Me agba ya nkịtị. Igbo amara ihe. Akwụnyere anyị nwanwe Igbo dịka i kwuru, anyị ama ihe iberibe anyị ka nka. Before you know it na nwanne were ihe ka ọkụgbo nwanne ya. Sa na-eme mkpere echi. O nwezikwa ihe nwere ikwu na ya gị kuzie anyị wee chịkọta.
Ụmụ Chineke, just a word of an advice. A kind of, bro, no, I'm not here to condemn anybody or an advice because him and the bias now. Onye nke onye na-agba egwu aghala ọkiko na-akị ya. But it's affecting, I believe, is causing a lot of distraction to our people. I know today, and I am trying to Lagos. They're not receiving much attention, from our people. I know today, by some places have been taken over by criminals. I don't think I can do my here. Yesterday, I met my friend, before Natawa Chief, who be living with living good over with him, but the yesterday bank issues for me and you. But when I jump with your phone, my religion. You know, one the Bible now. My father died at the age of 99, and he died a traditionalist. My father as a traditionalist. I buried my father 2012. After my father 3 days, November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, 2012, come from my father. And as of today, Umubu Akumozo in Anambra State, you will my father then. Let you draw. Umubu Akumozo in Anambra State, Aqualos, go to my father, daughter. When you can challenge anybody, you draw again, that's for my father. 3 days come for my father. Go to Umubu one on a wabaro. I hold my father. Today I'm a stand of St. Christopher. Here now, you're the buy because when you joke a face, you can nature. Obuno women like in the face so many. You can see, and when many friends today, the moment I'm attacked, I'm had very close. Never had an attack. Bishops, I have a lot of people, bishops, never had an attack. So the point is that now, in Kenya, my face here, happens that day, or I met everything. All you do can could queen when dinner they go to another hair going to make how business couldn't there. You need to meet him, was on the because of the I don't want to encourage the situation whereby somebody will come out from you and I mean. You can do what you are doing without mentioning people's name. You know, women, I can do what I are doing without mentioning people's name. I can tell you this, let me say this publicly. At a point, the women of Anambra State came to visit me. And someone took I sat them down in my house. And I advised them. Musi and my father, my uncle, or if them. The whole world. My father died a traditionalist. Nobody home never can damage well. No, only the moment and while when you go for life, honey, you can be doing what you are doing. And some kind of drama connect like nke a na-apụta ka a na-apụta na-ekwu so si na-eme etu a ọ na-emere onwe ihe na-emere osi ya na-eme o nwere ka o si influence conduct ndị banyere ihe ndị ọzọ onye na-eje ụka ihe ọ na-ekwu ụlọ mmadụ inweta mmadụ 1,000 or 5,000 na-agwa ha okwu chukwu nwoke sikara aka na-asọpụta ndị mmadụ ege were aka elu otu a ndị ada wekwa aka etu a ndị ada ihe na-abụ ihe ọrụ chukwu onye nke ọzọ ka isi na-emekwa nke na-emere ọfụma achọrọ nke ọ bụ something na ndị mmadụ hapụ ihe a na-eme nke eji na ya iwere pawa aghọ iji emere atị ma ndị ụka ma ndị na-egbe omenala were na-ekwu maka Nnamdi Kanu ọnwanụ na nwoke ka eji eji if you are using that, if you are devoting that time to ihe gbasara ya by now the whole world gara anị ya ndị mmadụ gara anị na-ekwu ewere na-arị bel ọnụ nwere ihe ọjọọ mere mbụ Nnamdi Kanu wee jide nke the whole world nwere adịghị maka ya ebe ahụ eji anụ ọgụ a na-anụ ọgụ ụka na ihe na n'ebe dị iche iche ewere na-ekwu maka nwanne ụlọ nwoke eji na-etata statụ ọhụrụ ọkwa kwuta maka statụ bara eji ụkarị mọnde pụta nwere onye na-apụ na baanyị nwere na-apụ na baanyị ụmụaka na ndị akwụkwọ ụmụ mara dị ọkụ mana ọ na Nnamdi Kanu apụtaghị ihe na ya akwụsịgo se wota na agha eji na-emere atịn ewere tinye ikwu maka nwanne nwoke eji onye are very important to everybody ọ dị very important to us and ịhụpụta tata ndị be anyị onye aṅụrị eju everywhere so ya na-ayị ụnụ is a way of advice so si werata aka na mmadụ erikwute si na onye nke a n'ọnwa ekwensu onye nke ekulite si n'ọnya n'onye abụ voman ka si nọ nka you can be doing those things na-akọ aka ị na-akọ n'ụka mara aka ebe ọbụla without every person mention them. So one word of advice can I because people are yesterday can I would do some friend ndị mmadụ gokwute m nwanne nya not yesterday nwanne nya na-agwa ha I don't think it's tidy, I don't think it's proper. So all advice na-enye ndị be anyị ka mana ha ege ntị na ya. Thank you so much. Nwa ọzara na nwere na condemn, I don't condemn onye ọbụla. Onye ọbụla is freedom of religion say right. Hey, consumer right. Ịchọ ọrụ gate ụka ihe edebe n'efu na-egburu ya ọkụ nke agbasalụ ịchọ ọrụ n'ebe aka ya ebe nke ihe gbasara mana the point bụ na where your right stop ka ndị nke ọzọ bido ka ama na-eji ọfụma ka anyị fesie onye nwanne ya nwoke aka ji that's the most important thing now fesie so that by Friday arapụla ya onye ọrụ na-akpọ Jesu ike okwu ebie. Thank you so much and God bless all of you. Thank you for having me in this platform.
Ndewo, thank you very much Barrister. Ngwa n'Igbo ndị ọma na-ege ntị ụmụnna unu anụgo anyị ga-achịkọta n'ihe ebe a ọ bụ na Radio Biafra nwanne anyị onye nke anyị onye ọkaikpe anyị onye na-ejikwa afụ onye ndu anyị ọ na-afe ya anya koroko ya na ekwu okwu ọya nwa nọnyere anyị n'ụbọchị nke taa ife abụ ofu afọ anyị na ya kpakọrịtakwa nkata n'afọ gara aga anyị na-emekwa taa. Barrister anyị na-asị gị jide nke ije egwu atụ na gị ma ndị ọjọọ na-eme efefa na-eme IPOB kwụ gị n'azụ o nwerekwana ndị karịrị anyị na n'Igbo kịta ofu nkwa m ga-ekwe gị o nwere ndị karịrị anyị ihe ha ji wee ego ha nwekwana ebe oyi dije ha ego enwe ha anyị kwụ gị na akụzi kwụsị gị ike maka ị na-arụ anyị ezigbo ọrụ ya bụrụ ọgọdụ ụmụnne anyị na-eje na-akpọpụta akpọrọ ha kpochie ndị zuru akpụchọ ka a mara ị na-ejecha nwere bi na-anaghị etinye sọsọ ya godu sọsọ ya alone na-enye anyị obi aṅụrị anyị kwụ gị n'azụ dịka wa HOD Maazị Chike Dozie m si wee kwuo na anyị kwụ gị n'azụ onye asịzi na ya pụta mee mana anyị mana nwere ife ọya ma nwekwa ife ya eme gị Chukwu okike abịa ma nọnyere gị ọya na-edu gị na-eche gị mgbe niile. Ndewo Barrister. Ndewo.
ụmụ Chineke darụrụ Chukwu gọzie unu for having me in this platform. Adị very obi m so aṅụrị and ịfụ mkparịta ụka mụrụ mkparịta adịgo m relief to this level extent and oge ọkpọkọ m ume ị ga-akwa n'ihu ihe anyị na-eme maka na ịmara ndị baịs kwa ihe na-agwa ụnụ na-akwa ofe onye ụlọ azụ ọkwa olu ka na azụ so na anyị ga na-aga n'iru Chineke agọzie ọnọdụ anyị gọzie onye ọbụla mma na ndị aka ji aka ya rapụta Chineke eme ebere Chukwu ya aka Chukwu na because ihe a na-eme abụrụ ihe mmụọ ka ọ bụ na ma gwa ndị mmadụ ka ọ mara ihe ji aka ọcha eme ịghọta ụgwọrọkwa nke ịfụ nna alụ ụlọ nwekwa onye na-eme ego sisi mbido ọlụbalụ ndị ya ndị ibe ndị apị onwere onye nye $1 si na na-akwụ ụgwọ n'ọgwụ a ka a na-akwụ mgbe na-eje mmadụ nye for that month but I spend almost a minimum of 5,000 every month every week either sponsor one can never connect but I'm not complaining so here now na Chukwu na because Chukwu has a way of paying me back and God is paying me back because I run a very efficient practice even big office I put and I won cases I win my cases everywhere and they come so and nobody can come Chukwu na me so here now you know man ndị lawyers ya banye kwa ka ha kpalụ na ihe ha na-emerụ ụmụ ya na-emerụ ya na-emerụ ndị be anyị ka onye ya na-abata kịta si na ka inye $1 billion 100 million ị ga-adịrị ebe ha so thank you very much and love and God bless the US bless Chike Dozie bless the exceedingly as a matter of fact as I've said it before Open number the kind of wisdom did that guy nisi and the NSO nisi. Believe me by now, I could that caco. I took Jack Jagosi. With that guy will go on that goes even there. So we can look at the kind of attack. I have attack around. Onafu is okay apathy. True. That's all you will also put the Guana near Nana. They may tackle black what this year about on our fear. So, come 15th of December 2023. Only Mazin Man can will be free. Thank you and God bless you. And have a wonderful Sunday and week ahead. Thank you. Thank you so much.